From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, this is NETV and NETV Digital Television.
Omaha Roncalli coach Mike Barrett feels he has one of the best offensive teams in all of his coaching career. His quarterback Matt Bowers leads the way with over 1,900 yards of total offense. McCook head coach Jeff Gross has his Bison team back to defend their Class B title. The Bison will need a big game from All-Stater Trent Lyons to repeat as champs. The Class B title game is next.
Towards the end zone is double. He'll score with a touchdown. A state record with great press.
Oh, nice move.
Aurora fans, a lot to cheer about.
Showing that tremendous speed going down that far sideline. Bartle.
Really looks good for him today. Kind of a high loper.
NETV Sports, Nebraska's home for sports, is live from Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska for the 2003 Nebraska State High School Football Championships. Tonight in the Class B title game, it's the Roncalli Crimson Pride and the McCook Bison. Hi everybody, along with Adrian Fiala, I'm Kevin Kugler. Glad you're with us tonight for this Class B championship matchup. McCook Bison, last year's Class B champs, undefeated last year, undefeated again this year, Aiden, looking for another title.
I tell you what, this team is a powerhouse football team, not only in Class B, Kevin, but in all of high school football. Last year, they just decimated everybody. They're trying to do that again this year. They're led by Trent Lyons. I call him Mr. Bison because he does it all for McCook. He's their quarterback. He's their free safety. He does all their kicking. He does all of that behind an offensive line that averages nearly 240 pounds, a line that will go against the top-rated defense in Class B, that is the Roncalli Crimson Pride. Speaking of defense, McCook's defense giving up just 8 points a game this year. They're tough. They'll be able to stop this Roncalli defense or offense, or so they hope. We'll see if that will happen. But again, they're looking for their second state championship in 2 years. It's going to be a great game.
That should be a low-scoring matchup tonight. With us as well as Eric Crouch. And Eric, you hear about the Roncalli defense, and it is the #1 defense in the state. They'll face a veer option tonight. What do they have to do to defend and beat that veer option?
Well, it's going to be a tough task for them. They're the best in the state, exactly. But what they have to do to stop the veer option is they have to really shed blocks. They have to find a way to shed the block, get it off, find a way to look up the field and find where the ball is. The option, veer option especially, where you can hit the A gap, the B gap, the C gap, and there's going to be guys going everywhere. A key to this is Brian Hansen. He's number 5. He's got 129 tackles, so expect to see him all over the field today.
Larry Putney will be all over the field as well. In fact, he's down on the field right now.
Kevin, this summer we were out in Scottsbluff for that Western Nebraska All-Star game. We talked to Jeff Gross at that time about his McCook squad, and he said, hey, after last year's state championship, an 8-win season would be very good for us this year. Well, remarkably, they lost 18 seniors, only returned 4 starters to the squad, and here they are playing for a second straight state championship. He has a great saying, tradition doesn't graduate.
Well, and they're hoping to keep that tradition alive here in this Class B championship game. Let's go to our public address announcer, Rich Broderson, for player introductions.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the players competing in the Class B State Football Championship Finals. First for the visiting team, the Crimson Pride of Omaha Roncalli Catholic High School. Number 3, Cole Baldwin. Number 4, Matt Bowers. Number 5, Brian Hansen. Number 6, Nick Hanaszewski. Number 12, Roy Lynn. Number 15, Mike Burley. Number 22, Craig Thomas. Number 31, Kyle Minturn. Number 32, Jason Huck. Number 37, Nick Chandler. Number 52, Nate Weathers. Number 53, Zach Penrod. Number 54, Paul Rowe. Number 60, Kyle O'Neill. Number 76, Jake Rodikus. Number 77, Matt Geilikirken. Number 78, Ryan Becker. Number 90, Nate Mosbach. The head coach for Omaha Roncalli Catholic, Mike Behrens, and the rest of the Crimson Pride.
(12-0) on the year, Omaha Roncalli Catholic Crimson Pride coming into this matchup against the McCook Bison. We'll see what Roncalli, with a great offensive team and a real stingy defensive team, can do tonight. This will be a very fun matchup, and Roncalli, that's a good football team out there.
Excellent football team. Mike Behrens told us earlier on his defense really has been a key for them all year, giving up just 93 yards rushing on average for the year and 53 yards passing, and a paltry 6 points a game. Great job by their defense, and came through a tough district playoff, that is, Kevin. Beat Gretna 34-20. They were the #1 rated team in Class B, and also beat number 4 Waverly 27-13.
Back over to Rich Broderson now, our public address announcer, to introduce you to the defending state champion McCook Bison.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, for the home team, the Bison of McCook High School. Number 2, Matt Beckenauer. Number 5, Tony Purvis. Number 6, Derek Rupert. Number 8, Alan Shires. Number 10, Drew Wilson. Number 12, Rico Quezada. Number 21, Trent Lyons. Number 24, Cade Lines. Number 34, Kyle Bedore. Number 40, Brooke Snyder. Number 44, Brandon Lease. Number 58, Kip Bradley. Number 62, Carl Shattuck. Number 63, Jeff Lister. Number 64, Chase Doolin. Number 65, Trevor Borg. Number 68, Richard Smuck. Number 71, Tyler Hayes. Number 72, Jed Bassett. Number 77, Taylon Darling. Number 84, Sean Capel. Number 87, Jeremy Young. The head coach for McCook, Jeff Gross. And the rest of the Bison.
McCook defeating York and Ogallala their last 2 games, only allowing 7 points over the last 2 games. A good defense, an offense that's perhaps not as potent as the one last year, but we're talking about an offense last year that was among the best in the state regardless of class. That offense is gone. This one's not bad. 5,540 yards total offense this year.
I think you'll take that if you're Jeff Gross and the people from McCook. You know, Kevin, last year they averaged 455 yards of total offense per game. This year, it's just down 20 yards, so they're not very far off the pace they had last year. This is a football team that has a lot of confidence. I love that line, as Larry brought up in a pregame. Tradition doesn't graduate. It's a great line by that man right there, head coach Jeff Gross.
Well,
Go ahead, Kevin.
Larry Putney was down in the Roncalli Catholic locker room, and how's the mood down in Roncalli's room?
Well, you know, they call him the Bear, right? Mike Behrens, he goes by just the Bear, and that's kind of the approach he took. He's known as being old school. This is the way it is. It's the way it's going to be, and he was very straightforward with his guys. Wasn't a lot of rah-rah, not a lot of sappy speeches. These are your assignments. This is what you have to do, and boys, you're going to remember this game for the rest of your life.
Well, it's true, they will. They will be in this game, and it is the state championship game playing in Memorial Stadium in Lincoln. It's It's something that they'll never forget, and that's what I think makes this so great, that they have these championship games in Lincoln at Memorial Stadium. Nothing better.
Yeah, definitely. And, McCook, a team that is a power option team, and like Adrian said, they're only 20 yards a game off the offense that they had, but this year I think it's about scoring points too, and even though they're off in yardage, they're scoring a lot of points and they're winning games. They have 321 points in 12 games, over 5,540 yards on offense, so you're talking some big numbers.
Yeah, no question about it. Let's take a look at the road here to this championship game for both McCook and Roncalli. Roncalli going through Waverly and Gretna to get here. McCook a shutout of York and a good win over Ogallala, 28-7 to get to this championship. Here's where the schools are located. McCook in the southwestern part of our state, and of course Omaha Roncalli, as you might assume, in the metro area of Omaha, Nebraska. And let's listen in as they flip the coin down at midfield.
Hey guys, let me introduce the officials today. To the left here, we got Greg Ottoman, your back judge. We got Dan Flynn, your line judge. We got Scott Ohm, your umpire. And Dr. Jim Hadley will be your head linesman, okay? Just a couple things. Great day, guys. Championship game, play hard, and be great sports, okay? Visiting team is Roncalli. It's your choice. What are you gonna do? Tails? You got tails? All right. I'm gonna flip it. If I drop it, we'll retoss it, okay? Tails it is.
Defer.
Defer?
We want the ball.
Okay, hold up. Roncalli deferred.
So Roncalli defers, and the ball will be in the hands of McCook to start things off.
And that means we'll get a good look at Trent Lyons, the quarterback of this Bison offensive attack. It's Roncalli, it's McCook, and it's the Class B championship next.
Programming on NETV is provided in part by Education Quest Foundation. For over 15 years, Education Quest has offered free college planning services. These services include scholarship searches, student loan information, college selection, and help with completing financial aid application. Education Quest is located in Kearney, Lincoln, and Omaha. Appointments are available at 800-666-3721.
Programming on NETV is made possible by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska.
These cost about $50. This costs about $57,000. Choosing to use these can help you avoid this. And since inactivity is a better predictor of death than smoking, high blood pressure, and even heart disease, using these more and this less could save you more than money. A message that's good to know from Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska.
Nebraska. You live and play here. You raise your family here. So do we. ACE, community owned, community operated. Your hometown choice for natural gas.
Hi, this is Dave Matthews. This Thanksgiving, start a new tradition. Watch Farm Aid on PBS.
Thursday night at 8 Central Time on NETV. From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, this is NETV and NETV Digital Television.
The 2003 Nebraska State High School Football Championships are being carried live over the internet. So if you have friends or family who don't have access to NETV, have them log on to mynptv.org, click sports, and follow the prompts to State High School football. These webcasts are free and brought to you commercial-free as a service of NETV, Nebraska's home for sports. On a chilly night in Lincoln, Nebraska, with the weather expected to turn sour a little bit later on. 32 degrees, cloudy skies, wind out of the north at 12 miles per hour. And we joke about this, but the humidity's at 92%, inching ever closer to precipitation here in Lincoln. It's supposed to bring some freezing rain and some sleet into the area at the start of this winter storm. Later, I don't know when later is, it may be during this game.
You know, Kevin, we were on the field, Eric, and you and I were on the field earlier on. There was a lot of fog rolling in. I almost thought, wow, this is a Hound of Baskersville night, the way it seemed, except a little too cold for me to be out roaming the streets. But the fog sense has kind of lifted a little bit, so maybe we'll get this thing without too much problem. But, wow, Mother Nature appears. Eric, I hope you brought your heavy coat.
I did. It's sitting right back here.
Well, my dear Watson, let's take a look at the officials. Victor Brakefield, the referee, Scott Holm, the umpire, James Hadley, the linesman, Dan Flynn, the line judge, and Greg Ottman, the back judge. A look at Victor Brakefield getting the legs ready. He's got to get warmed up, too. These guys, they're wearing as much warm underwear as they can tonight. It is a chilly one, and it's expected before the end of the game to be in the mid-20s here in Lincoln. Kickoff, and the Class B title game underway. At the 8-yard line, McCook on the move. Good opening, and a big hole. One man to beat, the kicker able to track him down. But a good start for Brandon Lease, and McCook in a great open field run on the kickoff return.
Good way to get your team started. Get the old motor running right there as McCook jumps right on it. Lease has tremendous speed, 10.8 in the 100 meters. Qualified in 3 events for the state track meet. Actually medaled in those events. So Brandon Lease starts it out right for the Bison.
First down and 10. And Trent Lyons, the quarterback, leads his team out on the field. Good field position from the 44-yard line. First play from scrimmage in this B championship, right up the middle. Kyle Bedore out near midfield. A 6-yard gain on first down on the offense for the McCook Bison. Trent Lyons, Brandon Lease, Kyle Bedore, Sean Capel, Cade Lyons, and Brooks Snyder, your backs and receivers. Offensive line, Trevor Board, Richard Smock, Carl Shattuck, Kip Bradley, and Talon Darling on the offensive line. 2nd and 4 with Beckenauer in motion. And the give right up the middle again to Bedore. He's got the first down at the 46-yard line. And let's look at the defense for Omaha Roncalli. Nick Chandler, Paul Rowe, Jake Rodakis, Kyle O'Neill, and Matt Bowers on the defensive line. Backs and linebackers look like this. Nate Weathers, Brian Hansen, Nathan Mosbach, Nick Hanaszewski, Craig Thomas, and Mike Burley.
And Kevin, it's not often your quarterback and your running back are playing the defensive end positions, but that is what indeed is the case for Roncalli. Matt Bowers on that last play, Eric, he got after the quarterback pretty good. Had a big hit after the handoff was made as the measurement is going here. It's still short.
Trying to make a statement there early in the game, I think, with taking the quarterback out like that, saying, hey, I'm going to be in your face the whole day.
It is a good statement. Tell you what, playing defensive end, the quarterback playing DE, I don't think you like that, do you?
That's like night and day there. I don't know how you work that one out, but obviously he's got a lot of talent and he's got a motor on both sides of the ball.
Well, he's 6'3", 200 pounds, and that helps a lot when you're playing defensive end at this level.
3rd down and inches on the Roncalli 46-yard line. McCook and Roncalli in this Class B championship game. Lions right up the middle to give to Bedore, and Bedore should have the first down out to the 45-yard line. And it is going to be a first down for the McCook Bison. They'll move the chains with 11:13 remaining in this first quarter. Jeff Gross, the head coach of the McCook Bison, talked earlier about the keys to this game.
We have to just play extremely low, and that's something that we've typically always been the lowest team ever on the field. Play with great fundamental technique, and that's a trademark of ours. Now, Roncalli, watching them on film, they're one of the first teams that I've seen that I can say, hey, those guys are as low as us. They play with as good of fundamentals as we do. And so I think, that's a big key as to who's going to play with better fundamentals, who's going to, basic things are going to win tonight, blocking, tackling, and taking care of the football.
Jeff Gross, the head coach of the McCook Bison, and we saw in the first game today, Jared Makovica of Bishop Neumann really work in the middle, and so far McCook kind of using the same strategy with their fullback Kyle Bedore. He has had 3 straight carries and has had good success. 2nd and 6 from the 41-yard line. This time the carry goes to the tailback Brendan Lease, and Lease across the 40 to the 39-yard line, snowed under. Nick Hanaszewski and Craig Thomas in there on the stop.
McCook tried to run power here. You see the guard pulling off, the fullback leading up, and trying to run some power right off that tackle spot. Good job by the Roncalli defense to shut it down fairly well. They're running a 5-man front, 3 linebackers, and they're plugging a backer. They plugged a backer almost on every play run so far.
3rd down and 4 from the 39. Beckenauer in motion. Looks to throw, quick pass, complete, first down to the 25-yard line. It's Brooks Snyder, and just the quick pass to the tight end nets McCook a big gain and a first down.
Eric, you had a passing lane. Watch that backer come. See the backer at the top of the screen? That's where the receiver went.
That's right.
He
played up. He thought he was going to come on the blitz, and perfect play for the perfect defensive call.
It's where a quarterback has to read, and you did that a lot in your career. As we get ready for the next play, let's talk about that after this one, unless something big happens here.
From the 26, toss to Lease on the option. Brendan Lease in trouble. He'll go down. Nate Weathers there to bring him down. Also in on the tackle, Mike Burley, Nick Hanaszewski.
Good support by Burley to the outside here. Play looked like it might have a little potential, but Mike Burley, a senior, picks it up and makes the play right here, number 15, along with help from 52, Nate Weathers. But, Eric, you read that as a quarterback, and you're ready to pull the trigger quickly on the pass.
Well, you have to be. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
2nd down and 13 from the 29. McCook on their first offensive possession of the day. Purvis in motion. And the give on the delay to Lease. Brendan Lease, not a lot of running room again. That Crimson Pride D, they're number 1 in the state. And that's because they make plays like that against the run, shutting down any lane for Lease to run.
Well, Roncalli's had 7 shutouts this year. I think that's pretty impressive. That's a number you don't see very often. 7 times they've shut someone out, so you can tell their defense is ready to play.
Absolutely, Eric. Those 7 shutouts, a couple other games allowed just 2 points and 6 points. So, 9 games out of their 12-game schedule, they've just been marvelous in terms of defense.
Brian Winder in motion. Play fake by Lyons. Throwing down towards the corner, and it is intercepted at the 8-yard line. Picked off for Omaha Roncalli. The interception by number 12, Roy Lend.
Excellent job here as far as coverage goes, Eric. Trying to get to that deep outside seam.
Was pretty excellent coverage here. Quarterback just rolls out here. He quite didn't get enough air on it, but Roy Lean right there making an unbelievable catch. He just goes up, reaches, gets the ball at its highest point, brings it down. That's what we were talking about. Roncalli's defense being real stingy.
Let me correct myself. Mike Burley on the interception, not Roy Lynn.
Burley's 3rd interception on the year, guys.
And now the first look at the offense of Roncalli, and Matt Bowers with a good run on the option out to the 14-yard line. From the 8 to the 14, a 6-yard gain, and the offensive starters for Omaha Roncalli: Matt Bowers, Craig Thomas, Nick Chandler, Mike Burley, Roy Lend, and Brian Hansen, the backs and receivers. Matt Geilenkirchen, Nate Weathers, Paul Rowe, Kyle O'Neill, and Jake Rodakis on the offensive line. 2nd and 4 from the 14. They go up the middle this time. Just a quick little dive play for Nick Chandler, and he gains yardage out to the 17-yard line, a yard shy of the first down. On the defense for the McCook Bison, Trevor Borg, Richard Smock, Jace Dooland, and Jeremy Young on the defensive line. Backs and linebackers: Drew Wilson, Brooks Snyder, Alan Shires, Kyle Bedore, Trent Lyons, Derek Ruppert, and Rico Cazada.
Baseball. Rico Cazada. It's a great baseball name.
That is a good baseball name.
Pretty good football name, too.
3rd down and 1 from the 17. On the left side, first down for Craig Thomas. Thomas starting in place of the injured Jason Huck, who led this team with 1,266 yards rushing on the year, and Thomas will be expected to do a lot from that tailback spot. Earlier, Mike Behrens talked about some of the keys for Roncalli to become state champs.
Well, I think we need to probably ball control, kind of what we did against Gretna if we can. Try to get the time of possession on our side, keep their offense off the field, and execute in the kicking game.
From the 20-yard line, first down and 10. Play fake, Bowers stands in, lets it fly down the field, and it's overthrown, intended out there for Brian Hansen, the tight end. Bowers stood in under a tremendous amount of pressure and overthrew his tight end, Brian Hansen.
Jace Dooland coming in, Kevin, put a big smack on him after he let it go. 64 right there, kaboom.
Good play action fake there and just throwing the ball a little bit too far.
Eric, quarterbacks talk about getting hit, and you get hit once or twice a game, that's okay, but man, when you see that happen every time, that takes a toll.
Yeah, it sure does. It's one of those things where as a quarterback, you just have to rebound from that and gather your thoughts, even though it's very difficult.
Completion, first down to the 31-yard line. Hansen on the quick pass from Bowers and move the chains again. Roncalli digging themselves out of a hole.
Hansen, the leading receiver on this football team, 28 receptions, 502 yards, and 6 touchdowns. Each of those categories, he has led his team, and he's just out there all alone in the flat. Pretty easy throw. Playing a little soft coverage there.
First down and 10 from the 32. 4 wide receiver set, 2 to either side of the line, and they'll take it right up the middle with Chandler, and Chandler hammered down. Ran into a host of Bison, leading the charge Jeremy Young, also in there Brooks Snyder and Alan Shires.
What they're hoping to do on this play is they got 4 receivers. They're going to spread out the formation, try to just maybe looks like it's going to be a pass when you have all those receivers in the game, but then they run it right up the middle, hoping they can just get past the linebackers.
Try to pop it through there on a big long gainer, but again, McCook ready for it.
Up the middle they work it this time to Thomas, and Thomas tough running. He's got a first down to the 43-yard line. Craig Thomas over 300 yards rushing now on the year, and that carry good for another. Roncalli first.
Well, he's showing some good speed here. Good happy feet, quick feet. Watch these feet go. They're not stopping. Boom, boom, boom. Right
a lot of good blocks out there, too.
Yeah, excellent blocks on the left side of the line over there. Galen Kirkin and Nate Weathers and center Paul Rowe doing some good work up front.
First down and 10 from the 43. On the toss play, Thomas with a good block out front, but he cannot get around Anthony Purvis, and Purvis rides him down after a couple of yards gained near the 46-yard line. Good strong run by Thomas after contact. Gets a couple of yards after the Purvis hit.
Play kept inside by Brandon Lease. Number 44 came up from the backer spot over there. It just kept the play all to the inside. You want to keep that running back or that quarterback inside and make sure you got help from the linebackers. And unless you got blazing speed, Eric, it's tough to get by that.
It sure is, but sometimes just keeping the play inside, like you said, you've done your job.
Yep.
Second down and 8 from the 45. Option, Bowers will keep. Bowers with a hole, and he's close to another and has another first down into McCook territory at the 47-yard line.
Bauer showing his ability here on the option. Got the fake, and then has 2 blockers out there in front. 37. Nick Chandler out in front as a fullback. He's going to be a great player today, leading the way there for the quarterback.
Bring out the chains. And it is going to be just short of the first down. Inches from a first. Third down, and that far for Omaha Roncalli. Mike Behrens with instructions for his team, sending in the play. 4:40 remaining in this scoreless first quarter. The Class B championship game, the 6th and final championship game of the year at Memorial Stadium. We have crowned 5 champions over the last 3 days and looking for one more in what should be a great football game tonight. Inches to go for a first. Bowers, the give right up the middle to the fullback, Nick Chandler, and Chandler very, very close. It's going to depend on the spot as McCook really pushed hard in there, and I believe he just with second effort got enough for a first down.
His initial progress appeared to get it, and yeah, they're not going to worry about it or mix it up. They're just going to give it. So you'll see right here, his forward progress is across there, no doubt about it, just depended on where the ball was spotted. And sometimes you come up with a good one, and sometimes you don't. So it just depends on how well you've been that day.
Take the spot you get and move on. First and 10 from the 47-yard line. Bowers has a man open. And the catch not made. Mike Burley diving for it. Bowers had to get rid of it a beat earlier than he wanted to with pressure.
Good play action here is going to bring everybody in. You saw that reaction there, number 65 coming in, Trevor Borg. You saw his reaction. That's kind of the reaction of the defense when they see the fake on the handoff. It's split second, Garrett. It's all you need for that receiver to get going.
Yeah, it is. And Jeremy Young making a big impact in the defense there, just getting in the face of the quarterback, and that's all it took there to make the throw just a little bit off.
4:16 remaining first quarter. No score between Roncalli and McCook. Impressive drive going here for Roncalli on the toss. Thomas with running room. Thomas near another first down, about a yard shy. And for a guy who's just starting this week after the injury to Jason Huck, he's been impressive so far.
He really has. The right side of the line. Watch the blocking here. A lot of red jerseys going down to the turf. Good kick out block right there. And then Thomas is going. Trevor Borg had a shot at him but missed him.
Good job of just seeing the hole develop right there. And when you see a hole, you know that the hole's going to close pretty quick. Right there, Thomas doing a good job of just hitting it with speed and doing it in a straight line.
Chandler, the guy with that kick out block to spring him. Third down and short. The give up the middle to Thomas, knocking people over. He's got the first down. Ball pops free at the end of the play, and let's see, was it whistled down? I don't know. It is McCook football. Looked like Thomas may have been down, but the officials right there say no, sir, and the Bison recover the fumble.
Crimson Pride on a drive here, and it appeared that they were going to pick up excellent yardage. Looked like 87 in there. Jeremy Young, you mentioned him a moment ago, Eric.
Looked like he hit the ground.
Yeah.
And his body was in a weird position, and the ball just got loose. Picked up by the Bison.
Hard to tell if it was loose before that play.
In terms of the, okay, here we go. Let's go back to live play.
On first down, right up the middle, it goes to Kyle Bedore, and nowhere to run for Bedore. But the ground can't cause that fumble, and it was hard to tell from that angle if it was the ground that caused it or if it was loose on its way down.
Yeah, and when you talk to officials, Kevin, they'll tell you about the ground causing the fumble thing. It really, the way they interpret it is either he's down, the ball's dead, or is still alive. And again, as far as the ground, they don't like to talk about the ground causing a fumble, because if he's down, the ball's dead.
Yep.
There is no fumble.
Second down and 9. Lions on the option toss to Lease. Got great speed to the outside, but so does Roncalli's D. And right out there to bring him down, Burley, along with Brian Hansen, showing that from that backer spot and that cornerback spot, guys, there's good speed on both sides of the ball. Lease is a sprinter, and so are the McCook, so are the Roncalli Crimson Pride defenders. Let's look at the fumble again, see if we can tell when the ball pops out on Thomas. Hard to tell from that angle.
Yeah, nothing, no new evidence right there. So
third down and 4 from the 36. Lions on the option toss. Lease brought down. Brian Hansen, sure tackling Brian Hansen at the 35-yard line. Punt time now for the McCook Bison.
Great job. They're bringing the defensive end, Matt Bowers, from the right. They're blitzing the backer, and he actually came from the backside on pursuit. And man, when they do that, you got trouble on your hands. You got a couple extra guys. Eric, you try to account for everybody, but when that happens, you can't.
Yeah, you really can't. And then Matt Bowers again in Lyons' face, and he's going to be there all day. He started that early, and it's been a trend here in the whole first quarter.
Trent Lyons, a guy who's getting a lot of interest from 1AA schools as a punter. He's one of the best in the state of Nebraska. This one not one of his better punts. It takes a bounce and is picked up at the 30-yard line. Some room to run perhaps for Burley as he gets the corner. Big block on the outside. Burley to midfield before he's struck down. Mike Burley taking it to the far side of the field, and he's down at the 49-yard line. Roncalli in great shape, and let's go downstairs to Larry Putney.
Well, guys, no question about it. Making the state championship game is a big deal for Roncalli. First time they've ever been there. And I was talking to their AD before the game, and he said, we have fans coming from all over the nation, Chicago, Fort Collins, Colorado, just to be here. I'm with Pat Kine from Fort Collins. You made the trip just to watch him play in a state title game.
I did. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You got to be here for this.
And I understand your wife is from McCook.
That's true. She's a graduate of class of '85 from McCook, Nebraska. So this past week was kind of tough in the household. We got 3 little boys. They're trying to be Roncalli Bison all week.
Now you played for Coach his first year.
I did, back in '86.
Coach Behrens.
Coach Behrens, I was backup quarterback for Roncalli then.
All right. Hey, enjoy your stay out here.
Thanks so much. Good luck. Go Roncalli.
I wonder if his wife's on the other stands over here. That's a great story.
The Roncalli Bison in the household. Well, that's not bad. That is not bad. And just goes to show you that high school football, you've got that connection with your high school your whole life, and you'll go to any length to see them win a state championship. People driving in from all over the nation for this game. 2nd and 7 from the McCook 48-yard line, and Bowers on the move. He is close to a first down. Just a quarterback keep right up the middle. and Bowers right near the sticks.
Bowers making this look easy here, just a fake to the fullback and then found a hole on the backside to get through. Just using his power and his size. He's 6'3", so it's going to be a tough guy to stop. And he's got a long stride, too, so he makes up a lot of ground fast.
Good close down block by Paul Rowe, the center, and then Nate Weathers kicking out from his left guard spot to seal that up and create a nice little hole there. And all you need, really, Eric, the quarterback, all you needed was a crease somewhere, and you could get that speed, and Bowers is the same way.
Well, it's about being decisive in your running game, and as a quarterback, you have to anticipate and you have to make decisions fast, and you can't let anyone else dictate where you're going to go. So when you see an opening, you just take it.
Take it.
Inches from a first, and they will reset and try to get this third down conversion. Third time tonight already that Roncalli has faced a third down and inches. See what they decide to do here with Bowers lining him up in the eye. Third down and short. 1:09 remaining, first quarter, scoreless game. Bowers on the option. He'll keep it and he'll get the first down. To the 38 of McCook, first down and 10. Roncalli keeping the drive alive here late in this first quarter.
Eric, on that play there, is that a read, or is he just simply going to carry the ball, just doing the fake, or is he actually reading to maybe give the ball to fullback?
Well, I think what they wanted to do is keep the ball in his hands. They only needed a few inches here on the play, and sometimes you have plays set up where you're going to read the guy or not, but I think in this situation, he pulled it out too fast. He didn't have the ball all the way in there. Usually on the veer read, you're going to have the ball on the outside hip of the fullback, opposed to the inside hip when you're just going to pull it out and run with it.
Officials timeout. We've got an equipment problem. And now Roncalli will take a timeout just to talk things over. So a timeout for Omaha Roncalli. They'll discuss strategy here late in this first quarter of play from Memorial Stadium in Lincoln in the Class B state championship game. Kevin Kugler here along with Eric Crouch and Adrian Fiala, Larry Putney down on the sidelines, and our entire NETV sports production crew. What a job those guys have done all weekend long. We think we have it rough up here in this heated booth. We've got a lot of folks out there in the air that are really having to work this weekend, and we just want to tip the cap to all of our crew as well. What a job they've done this weekend.
Yeah, sometimes you'd confuse this day with a day over at Iowa State in late November, but our crew weathers that sort of problem. We're lucky. We're up here where it's pretty warm up here, so we're okay. But again, yeah, great job and the great camera work that we have. Outstanding stuff that our staff does.
Now there's bundled up John Reinert, just representative of what our crew has to do to get ready for this day. These players, though, they're tough, Eric. They're out here without any long sleeves. They are all short sleeve guys, and you look at all these guys out here, and our crew all bundled up, and then there's these guys out there in shirt sleeves. Who are they trying to impress?
I don't think they want to impress anybody at this point. They want to win the football game.
First down and 10 from the 37-yard line. Bowers on the roll, caught, and a first down. Big hit at the 26-yard line. Mike Burley with the catch. And it's Trent Lyons down on the field at the 30-yard line. And if there's one guy they can't afford to lose, it's Lyons, and he's up.
He's up. He's under his own power right now as we see it again. That's just a tremendous hit there, but Lyons has a problem, obviously, with that right shoulder. They'll attend to him very quickly. He is a tremendous, tremendous football player. As I called him earlier, Mr. Bison for McCook, a 4-year starter for this group, the kicker, the quarterback, free safety.
First down and 10 from the 26, and Thomas is clotheslined in the backfield. What a hit leveled on him. Oh my, a big crushing blow from Carl Shattuck.
Looked like a little rodeo right here. Looked like he just needed a rope in his teeth and then circle the legs and wrap him up. What a great job by Carl Shattuck Jr., 220-pounder. A tough 220.
I don't think everyone's going to argue with that play on that one. That was something else.
A lot of momentum pounding in there, and with 5 seconds remaining in this first quarter, let's see if Roncalli tries to get a playoff quickly, and they will not. We have reached the end of quarter number 1, the Class B state championship game at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln. No score.
Bryan LGH West is bringing advanced neuroscience technology to Nebraska, offering the state's first gamma knife radiosurgery to non-invasively treat brain tumors and severe facial pain. and working with Nebraska's only physician specially trained in coiling for brain aneurysms. Just 2 examples of our commitment to neuroscience care for Nebraskans and our neighbors. Brian LGH, the first name in healthcare.
It's what's for dinner.
Brought to you by Nebraska's beef producers.
NETV sports coverage of the 2003 Nebraska State High School Football Championships is brought to you in part by NPPD. Always there when you need us. By Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska. The Blues are good for you. By Education Quest Foundation, improving access to college through scholarships, community grants, and college planning services. And by the Nebraska Soybean Checkoff, promoting soy biodiesel fuel, clean burning and renewable, making a difference for soybean farmers and you. Take it down to the 22-yard line where McCook and their Bison defense will gear up to try to stop a 3rd down and 6 from Roncalli.
Roncalli on 3rd down attempts, 3 of 4 thus far in the ball game. It's an excellent percentage, 75%.
Trent Lyons, by the way, back in already from McCook. They need him out there. Play fake. Bowers on the roll over the middle, and the pass is intercepted by guess who? Trent Lyons. Right back in the game, and he makes a pick.
18 career interceptions, make it 19 now. It is 7th on the year. And this is just quick. Just look at him back there reading the quarterback's eyes. That's incredible.
I knew that play was coming.
Yeah, I mean, he really did.
He played it.
Exactly, Eric. And the receiver was crossing on the pattern, and Bowers could see that, and Lyons could see that, and Bowers, he and Lyons eye to eye, and Lyons picks it off.
1st down and 10 from the 15. Lease in motion out of the backfield. Up the middle, trying the middle, and not much there for Kyle Bador. Pushed back by Paul Rowe. Nate Weathers also in there on the stop.
You know, guys, it's great that Lyons is back out on the field, and that shoulder, look at probably what happened, Eric, is the old stinger into the neck.
That's happened a few times.
Have you had that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Wow. Well, a stinger, your shoulder pads, when you make the hit, your shoulder pads gets jammed into your neck, and it pinches off the nerve in there. And boy, it's the first time it happened to me. It was scary.
On the toss, Lee's trying for the corner, tripped up from behind. Tripped up in the backfield there. The tackle made by Nick Chandler got him around the ankles, and it's 3rd and long for McCook, and this Roncalli D living up to the hype early.
Trying to run some power here. Big number 77, Talon Darling coming out to lead the way.
3rd down and 9 from the 16-yard line. Trent Lyons and McCook. They'll send Lease in motion again. Comes pressure up the middle. It's picked up. Lyons with time. Now goes over the middle, and the pass is too far. Intended for Alan Shires. Could not connect, and it's 4th down, and Lyons will go back to punt.
You see Brian Hansen? Look at him. Number 5. He's almost in the backfield, ready to go.
All over the place here, and then the receiver here looks like the quarterback was going to throw it towards the middle of the field. He was looking on the outside, and then he had to go back inside, so maybe a little miscommunication on the route.
I believe so. And just to finish up that thought about a stinger, it happens. It's scary when it happens, but you can come right back. The feeling comes back, and you get going again. As now Lyons will drop back to punt.
4th down and 9, and McCook punting it away. Double safeties back for Roncalli to return. And Lyons gets a good punt off. It's a quick punt, a short line driver, and Burley looking for some running room. Tripped up, kept his feet, and now he goes down at the 48-yard line. Good pursuit by McCook. They were on top of Burley, and the tackle finally made by Jeff Leister. The 2003 Nebraska State High School Football Championships on NETV Sports are made possible in part by the financial contributors to Nebraskans for Public Television. You too can help support your statewide network and become a member of NPTV by calling toll-free 800-634-6788. You can also join NPTV over the internet. Log on to our network website, mynptv.org, click membership and follow the prompts. If you're enjoying our high school football championship coverage, join NPTV today. First down carry. A gain of 2 for Thomas. Tackle out there for the McCook Bison by number 63, Jeff Leister.
You know, Roncalli's offense really reminds me last night, Eric, of Millard North's offense in the way it is executed so quick out there. My goodness. Are they moving that quick in your eyes?
Yeah, they are moving very fast. You know, they score on the average 40.6 points a game. So they're doing something right, and they've got some big offensive line. And then Matt Bowers, obviously, you know, he's a big part of that offense, too.
Just relentless on offense.
2nd and 8 from midfield. Bowers down near the 46-yard line of McCook. That'll leave them 4.5 yards shy of a first down. 9 minutes remaining in a scoreless second quarter. We talked about the two defenses coming into this matchup, guys, and living up to the billing. Both of these defenses have been very staunch. The offense of Roncalli has been a little more effective, but McCook has been able to snag a couple of very important turnovers.
I think when Coach Jeff Gross was talking about playing low, you know, he didn't mean the emotion of this game. He meant that the pad level is going to be low and that these guys had to get underneath the pad level of the other team, and that's where your balance and your strength is.
4th down coming up now for Roncalli after the incompletion, and it's punt time again, and they'll try to pin McCook deep and play the field position battle in this very tight Class B championship game. Good look there at Matt Bowers, headed back to punt for Roncalli. Averaging 35.5 yards per punt. He's got a 60-yarder this year. Short kick. This one will fall shy of the 60-yard variety, and it'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Not what Roncalli and Bowers were looking for here. Coming up Tuesday, December 2nd, join Adrian Fiala and me for all of the inside information on Nebraska football. It's Big Red Wrap-Up as we recap the Nebraska-Colorado game. Tuesday, December 2nd, 7 o'clock Central Time. We'll take your calls. We'll talk with Rick Shaw of Huskers Illustrated. We'll look at the highlights. We'll do all that we do on Big Red Wrap-Up Tuesday, December 2nd, 7 Central Time on NETV Sports. 28-yard line first down. Lions fumbles the snap, dribbles it like a basketball, and moves it forward 2 yards. 2nd down and 8.
You got to make sure you have your hand warmers there, because sometimes when the temperature gets around 30 degrees, your hands can get numb. So you got to make sure you keep them there in that pouch and keep them warm.
Is there a little heat in there, Eric, or is it just a nylon padded
Well, yeah,
piece?
what I did is I just would turn it inside out. I'd shake those little heat things up, and I'd tape them right in there, and I'd turn it back around so it stayed warm. I made sure that my hands were feeling good.
All right.
2nd down and 8 from the 30-yard line. Backs in the eye, play fake, Lions throws. Got a man out there, and down at the 38-yard line is Alan Shires. Looks to be about a yard shy of the first down. They'll mark him down in between the 37 and 38, and he needs to get it in between the 38 and 39 for a first.
Lions faking the ball to the right to the dive to Brandon Lee, so that quickly steps up and pops it out into the flat, just short of the first down. But this is a 3rd down that should be successful for the McCook Bison.
3rd down and short. They'll run the option. Lions keeps, and he does have the first down across the 40-yard line. Just a little option play. Lions waiting for a hole to open up, and in he went. It's a good-looking logo there. Somebody, an artistic person on that McCook's family. But a first down now for the Bison as they keep the chains moving and try to get out of the end of the field that has kept them behind the 50 for most of this game. Lions to throw. Incomplete on the screen.
Trying to do a little bit of a quick shot out here into the short flat. And Eric, you just want to get the ball in the back's hands here and let him see what he can do.
Yeah, you do sometimes on this play. If the back's further enough back and the quarterback throws behind the lateral line, it can be called a fumble too.
You bet the old backward pass. It's a live ball. Anybody can recover. Creates a second down and long.
6:56 remaining second quarter. Lions up the middle. Bador with a big hole, and he's close to another McCook first down. The quick hitter to the fullback nets McCook 10 yards, and a good gain on the play.
Had the progress, as you see Brakefield, Victor Brakefield signaling that. This is just quickness right here.
Well, that was a play that just happened fast, and he just happened to get about just enough for the first down, but it happened really quick. He just hit the hole as fast as he can. Really, that's what the option game is all about.
49-yard line, first down and 10. Lions to throw. Stepping up, going downfield, and the jumping grab is not made. Purvis leaping up, couldn't pull it in. Thomas on the coverage for Roncalli.
This play had the look of option to start with, and then the Lions drops back a couple of steps. I love that option pass play. You guys used to run that so well. And it almost works right here against Roncalli, but Purvis cannot hold on. Good coverage into two white shirts there, two white Roncalli jerseys.
Second down and 10 from the 49. Lions on the keep, and the door closes quickly for Lions down at the 47-yard line. Third and long now for McCook. As we wind our way through the middle of this second quarter, we go downstairs to Larry Putney. Changes in the weather, Larry?
Well, you know, we've heard that this precipitation is moving in, and we're starting to see a little bit of it now. Kind of a spitting, kind of frozen rain starting to fall here at Memorial Stadium, and also temperature dropping a little bit and the wind picking up. That's always a good combination.
Well, stay warm down there, Larry.
Well, thanks, Kevin.
Third down and 7 from the 46-yard line. Lions to throw. On the move, the catch is made, but it's short of the first down at the 41-yard line. They needed to get it to the 38, and it'll be 3 yards shy of the first.
Let's talk about this one here, Eric. Right-handed quarterback trying to throw it back.
That could probably is one of the more difficult things to do as a quarterback, rolling out to your left. The key to it is just getting your left shoulder around and pointed to your target, what can be real hard to do because your momentum is carrying you through the ball.
Fourth down and 2, and McCook will go. They need it closer to the 38 than the 39. This is really a short 3. And they're just going to try to draw Roncalli off. They can't do it, and a timeout is called. In a scoreless game, that would have been a risky maneuver when you can use your great punter and pin them deep, and that's what McCook will likely try to do now. NETV wants to help you navigate through the maze of college planning. Nebraska Connects Destination College follows 3 Nebraskans as they begin the college selection process. This documentary highlights the resources you need to pursue a higher education. Nebraska Connects Destination College, Monday night at 9:30 Central Time on NETV.
Eric, we've seen a couple of attempts here at the option pass, but the action on the option was very quick. You'd like to maybe get a little more option action down the line, I believe.
Well, at Millard North, they call it in-option extend. And what extend means is that you want to extend down the line because that's really what's going to draw the backers and the safeties up on the play, thinking really that you're going to run option, and at the last second you just pop back and then your guy's wide open.
Fourth down and 2. Punt time now. Lions will go back to punt at the 45. Trying to pin Roncalli deep and turn the field position game around in favor of McCook. Angling the punt toward the sideline. This is a good one. Bounces at the 15. Rolls inside the 10. Still rolling. And down at the 5-yard line. That's where Roncalli will start. Perfect placement on the punt by Trent Lyons. And Roncalli buried deep. Tonight's coverage is supported in part by KICX, broadcasting McCook Bison sports all year round. Located at 96.1 FM, KICX, supporting Southwest Nebraska high school athletics.
But an excellent effort by Trent Lyons on the punt. Puts his team in a good position down here. Pinning the Roncalli Crimson Pride down at the 5-yard line.
First down carry up the middle for Thomas. Out to the 7-yard line, a 2-yard pickup. Time winding down in this second quarter. A scoreless game between 2 tremendous defenses. We'll see what Roncalli can muster here deep in their own end. Likely nothing too risky in a scoreless game. Best to stay conservative down here, and we'll see what happens. On the option, Bowers across the 10-yard line and down about the 12-yard line, so they'll be 3 yards shy of a first down here. 3rd and 3 coming up for Roncalli.
Eric, when you get down there around your own goal line, I think I remember at Baylor, was it at Baylor where they had the problem there with the delay in the game? You came out and you're cold, but you get down there around your own goal line, sure-handed ball handling. I mean, how do you guard against that sort of thing? You just call safe plays?
Yeah, you call safe plays, and you really don't want to think about it in your mind. You just want to get up there. You know what you can control. You want to make sure that you execute the play, and as a quarterback, you're the leader. You're the one that's got to take care of the ball as you distribute it.
Toss play to Thomas, trying to get the corner. He won't do it. Tackle finally made on the play by Trent Lyons. The play broken up initially by Kyle Bador, guys, who got into the backfield.
This is amazing. Trent Lyons coming up, making this great hit. You know, Trent Lyons is just 6 foot at 155 pounds, but that was a torpedo hit. That was a broadside hit on the ball carrier, and he shut it down in terms of a possibility of a first down. That's just tremendous effort by Trent Lyons.
Matt Bowers to punt. It's off a good kick, line drive, taken at the 45-yard line, bobbled. They faked the end around, and now a wall set up. Down the sideline, Lease with room to run. At the 10, and Lease down to the 5-yard line. Beautiful fake, and how about that wall, guys? Set up for Lease to go down the sidelines.
Looked like there was probably about 6 or 7 guys lined up in that wall there, and that's picture perfect for a punt return.
It really is, Eric. This is just how you draw it up on the board, and this is just how you run it in practice. Watch it there. You're going to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys, 7 guys just waiting up there. Good block right there. And then straight on to, that's number 12, Roy Len, that is, making the touchdown saving tackle.
Out of the bone, Lease tripped up at the 5-yard line. McCook using special teams in a close game to really give the best scoring opportunity of the night for either team here. Knocking on the door at the 5-yard line, 2nd and goal.
And this weekend, we really haven't talked about special teams as being a big part of the game, but in all reality, it is, and you can see the reason why now.
Well, that certainly gives McCook the opportunity here that they have not had all night long. Can't drive it down the field, get a play out of your special teams. 2nd and goal from the 5. And on the toss play, Lease towards the goal line, and he's down at the 1. Good carry by Lease and good blocking out front.
Block here by Alex Beam, number 32. He's going to lead it up into the fullback right there. And just about enough room for the running back Lease to get on in, but just short by about 2 yards.
Yeah, they'll mark him down at the 2-yard line. Didn't get a great spot after that, and McCook will take a timeout to figure out a good play on 3rd down and goal from the 2-yard line. Tonight, after the conclusion of this Class B championship game, Statewide looks at why the Omaha School District is suing the state over school funding. The district calls the state formula unconstitutional and doesn't provide money to educate their students. School districts in Grand Island, South Sioux City, and Lexington also have joined Omaha in their suit. Don't miss Statewide tonight following the conclusion of the Class B championship game.
McCook huddled over there, the Bison huddled over there, getting instruction from Jeff Gross, the coaching staff. Trying to make sure, Eric, when you're looking at 2 yards to go for a touchdown, a couple of minutes left here, tell us about offensive thought here, theory, in terms of getting in the end zone.
Well, when you know you have an offense like McCook and the points that they can score, and they've been really successful in running this veer option game all year, I would expect them to stick to their game plan and try to get in with their bread and butter plays.
In the boat.
3rd down and 2. Lyons on the keep, dives to the goal line, and he's in for the touchdown. Just got the nose of the ball across the plane of the goal, and that's good enough for 6.
Roncalli looking for action on the left side over there. They lined up in that wishbone veer offense, and Lyons crossed him up.
What it is, it's a misdirection play, and like you said, Lyons, he veered out to the left. The linebackers got the flow in there to the right side of the defensive line. Boom, right back around, he turns. There he is.
Took it right over Bradley, Kip Bradley, and Talon Darling over there on that right side.
Lions will try the point, 32 out of 37 on extra points this year. Beckenhauer to hold, and Lions kick is perfect. 7-0 our score. McCook using the great return on the kick. Set up by the wall. Lisa's return set them up for a touchdown, and let's watch Lions again across the goal line.
Here he shows the veer action right to the fullback. Linebackers float a little bit. Backside line doing a great job of just sealing enough there, sealing off a little bit of a wall for Lions just to get in the end zone.
Nate Weathers, the linebacker there. You saw number 52 coming up into the hole, but it was too late. And Lions had a little bit of an edge, a little bit of an angle to the goal line, and then just got the football across the plane of the goal line just in time, even though the rest of his body was still outside of the goal line.
Let's take a look at the scoring drive. Pretty simple. 3 plays, 6 yards, a 1-yard run by Lions. His 17th rushing touchdown of the year, and it gives McCook the 7-0 lead late second quarter in this Class B title game. Well, if you'd like a VHS copy or DVD of this game or any game in our 2003 Nebraska State High School Football Championships, log on to mynptv.org and click on the sports link or call 1-800-228-4630. NETV is Nebraska's home for sports. And McCook with the advantage despite only 70 yards total offense tonight. The McCook Bison with a 7-0 lead with 2:29 remaining in this second quarter.
That touchdown, Kevin, as you mentioned a moment ago, all set up by the perfect execution of the punt return as the kickoff is headed downfield.
At the 10-yard line, it's taken by Mike Burley. And Burley trips on his way up across the 20 and is down at the 21. Roncalli with 2:24 to go, 2 timeouts in their pocket, and down now 7-0 on the scoreboard. See what Mike Behrens and the Crimson Pride have in store here. Coach Behrens, we met with him earlier on the field, and he was wearing just a polo shirt, short sleeves, and we said, "Coach, are you out of your mind?" He said, "Oh, fellas, that's all right. I'm going to get a sweatshirt later." And he's still just wearing a sweatshirt out there. I'd be bundled up in 9 layers. Thomas dropped a gain of 1, perhaps, in the tackle made by Alan Shires.
Playing an excellent inside linebacker, Alan Shires, senior, 6'2", 185. Right there near the top of the team in tackles with 94 this year. And he got through basically untouched on that last play. And backside pursuit, again, you always try to get your play rolling so you can run away from that, but Shires was there to make it.
2nd down and 9 from the 22. Thomas again, similar result. That McCook defense, very, very solid, especially against the run. You see a whole host of Bison right on top of young Craig Thomas.
Brandon Lee's coming on the blitz that time, number 44 for McCook, and right up into the hole. Nobody touched him. Again, there's only so many people you can account for on the blitz, and he came up free and made the hit.
3rd down and 9 from the 22. 7-0 McCook. Bowers straight drop. Down the sideline looking for Burley, and Burley has it fall off the fingertips, incomplete. Well thrown ball, Eric. Bowers stepped back, had time to throw, and just couldn't connect with Burley.
It was. I don't think Bowers is the guy that you want to let set his feet. He's a strong kid, so he drops back, has the opportunity to set his feet, throws the ball up, a nice pass, good spiral, just off the fingertips there, the receiver, and boy, that could have been a big one.
Oh, a huge one. What do you say to a receiver when he comes back after you've done a play like that?
Well, you just shake it off. You give him the old slap on the butt and tell him, okay, get it next time.
All right.
Bowers will punt it away with 1:11 remaining. 7-0 our score. And it's shanked out of bounds. This gives McCook an opportunity here to put something together. There's a flag down. Ball out of bounds at the Roncalli 46-yard line. Couldn't be too much that happened on that play. The punt just went right out of bounds.
Happened way after the kick. Almost everybody's coming to a standstill, and Victor Brakefield, the referee, throws the flag. Procedure. Procedure penalty on Roncalli.
Now we'll see if it's a declinable offense. It may be, because Victor Brakefield is going to talk with one of the captains, Trevor Board, for McCook, and I believe they'll say, no thanks, we don't want it. Let's just take the ball at the 46-yard line. And that's what they'll do. So first down and 10 at the 46 of Roncalli. And now with 1:05 remaining, you look at what this Bison defense has done. They've set up their offense with a chance to put more points on the board. And remember, they've got one of the best kickers in the state in Trent Lyons and a wind at their back.
They do, and they have a timeout left here to help with their execution of their time management right here, guys.
First down and 10 from the 46. Backs are in the eye. Lyons fumbles the snap and falls at the 45-yard line. Second time tonight we've seen Lyons bobble the snap, bounce it off the turf, pick it up, and fall forward.
Well, this is something by the championship game. You think the quarterback in the center would have this one figured out. Maybe a little jitters there still from the championship game.
Could still be, Eric. This late in the first half could still be that way. Looked like Carl Shattuck, the center, though, was moving pretty quickly out of there. And
up the middle, Bador runs right into Brian Hansen, and he's down at the 42-yard line. And now McCook's scoring chances are becoming limited.
Well, here's that read you saw right there.
There it is.
Defensive end comes up, and
you saw the football coming out too. That was close, very, very close. Problem you have there is if that football's out and you get a backer comes up free and he's happened there to hit you, that ball's probably going to come free.
Yeah, and it's happened a few times. And the thing about it is that, like we said before, when you have that read, that fullback and that quarterback exchange, as a quarterback, you want to make sure that you reach out, elbows extended, and you get that ball right in the pocket, in the belly of the fullback. So, there's no room for error.
Well, NETV Sports has a fantastic website for you. We invite you, when you're surfing the net and looking for something to check out, log on to mynptv.org and click on the sports link, and you can find information about the State High School Football Championships and also how you can support NETV Sports. Just log on today to mynptv.org. From the 42, it's 3rd and 6. Lions, the Bador with a big hole and a first down to the 31-yard line of Roncalli. All right, now with 17 seconds remaining, no timeouts left for McCook. Hustle up to the line on first down.
They're ready to go, too. Look at that. Right up to the line and ready to pull the trigger.
Chains are not set, and it'll be I don't think this one's going to count. They may put time back on the clock because the chains were not set on the far side. They had a tangle over there, and the officials stopped play to get the chains set. Chain gang a little bit confused.
I thought the rules had changed there for a second. I thought it was 1st and 4. First down and 4 to go.
If you're ahead late in the second quarter in Class B, you get an extra 6 yards added onto your end of your run. It's a new rule. Victor Brakefield, the referee, now will run to the near side. And
you're right, Kevin. I think they do owe him 4 seconds, and that could be big because that's enough to run one play.
Yeah, but I think he's on the phone right now with the press box to put 4 seconds back on the clock. It was 17 seconds, and it's 17 seconds again.
Back to 17 now.
So back we go. Good job by the officiating crew to get that all straightened out. And now they will start the clock. And it will wind. Lyons has to hurry. Now they'll run a play, and Lyons will throw. Looking over the middle. Pass is too high, intended for Brooks Snyder. And with 8 seconds left, the clock will stop on the incompletion.
Coverage was also there. Nick Hanaszewski, as Lyons is going to drop back. Okay, nose of the football gets up a little too far, and receiver kind of went up a little bit early also.
A little bit early for that, and the quarterback kind of telegraphed that here. Rolled a little bit to the right, and from up here it looked like we knew where he was going to throw the ball, and there was 2 receivers down here, but good coverage for Roncalli.
2nd and 10 from the 31. 8 seconds remaining in this second half, and they're going to try the long field goal. This will be a 49-yard field goal try by Trent Lyons.
He did it last year against York.
See if he can do it again. It's a fake. They run the end around. Now they're going to throw down the middle of the field. It is caught at the 15, at the 10, at the 5, and into the end zone for the touchdown. Brooks Snyder scoring on the fake field goal, and McCook leads 13-0. Sparks
flying on that play. Holy cow. And what a great job Eric Brooks Snyder does to get it in the end zone.
Well, I've never seen a play like that before. That is something interesting, and you know what? He did a great job of making that guy miss down there by the goal line because he was there for the tackle, and he just did the old hip shift, and there he was.
Got him right past the line. Incredible. You know, when the ball was first thrown, guys, I thought it was going to be incomplete. I didn't see anybody there. And all of a sudden, here comes Brooks Snyder from way across the other side, underneath the coverage, and makes the catch.
Comes the extra point try. It is up and it is good. And what a burst of momentum going into the locker room. The fake field goal, and Jeff Gross out to give his team high fives. And let's watch this one again. It's worth 2, 3, maybe 4 more looks.
Good toss from the holder right there. That's number 5 making the throw, Tony Purvis. And like I said earlier, it appeared from the throw, perhaps it was going to no man's land, but Brooks Snyder comes across the field and makes the grab. And oh, Tony's happy. He's really happy. Here it is again.
Watch the flip to Purvis coming over on the end around. Throws off the back foot, and whoops, there's Snyder open. And then it's all Brooks Snyder, knowing there's no more time left on the clock to get it into the end zone. That is impressive. And let's go downstairs. Larry Putney is standing by with the riverboat gambler, so to speak, and Jeff Gross.
I guess that's not a bad way to end the first half.
No, it's not. No, it's not. We'll take that. We were hoping he'd get out of bounds. We were looking for a field goal on there, or if nobody was open, just throw the ball away, and then we'd try the field goal. But, 14-0, now we lay the game on our defense's shoulders. We've been able to stop them the whole first half or get them stopped after they've drove the ball a little bit. Now it's going to be constant defensive pressure from us.
What a huge momentum swing to head into the locker room.
Oh, absolutely. We felt like this is a team, because they play so few guys, 12-13, that if we wore them down and if we got a lead, well, everything we've asked for and what we've preached all week to our kids, we got the 14-point lead on that big play there. Now let's go out and see if we can hold them and hopefully we can keep more down. That's our goal.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks, guys.
14-0. McCook with the lead over Roncalli at halftime in the Class B title game.
Grandpa, wake up.
Oh, it's story time. We'll read the story about the big dog. Yes, on the way to school.
Always there when you need us. Nebraska Public Power District, together with your local public power utility.
Programming on NETV is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Checkoff. Soy biodiesel is a soy-based, clean-burning, renewable fuel that can be blended with petroleum diesel to help reduce America's dependence on foreign oil. Soy biodiesel, making a difference for soybean farmers and you.
Programming on NETV is made possible by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska.
These cost about $50. This costs about $57,000. Choosing to use these can help you avoid this. And since inactivity is a better predictor of death than smoking, high blood pressure, and even heart disease, using these more and this less could save you more than money. A message that's good to know from Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska.
Take away the actors, what do you have left? The truth, wrinkles and all. Independent lens.
Thursday night at 10:30 Central Time on NETV. From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, this is NETV and NETV Digital Television.
NETV sports coverage of the 2003 Nebraska State High School Football Championships is brought to you in part by Bryan LGH Medical Center, the first name in healthcare. By the Nebraska Beef Council, brought to you by Nebraska's beef producers. Beef, it's what's for dinner. By the Public Alliance for Community Energy, locally owned and operated, your hometown choice for natural gas. And by NPPD, always there when you need us. 14-0 McCook with the lead here at halftime in the Class B State High School Football Championships. A very exciting end to our first half. And now let's go to our public address announcer, Rich Broderson, for halftime ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special halftime presentation this evening. Believers and Achievers is a statewide program designed by U.S. Bank and the NSAA to give recognition to Nebraska's future leaders. We have 8 Nebraska high school seniors who have demonstrated academic excellence and a commitment to good sportsmanship. For their involvement in school and community service projects, U.S. Bank and the NSAA would like to honor the Believers and Achievers who are with us tonight. Presenting the Believer and Achiever Awards are U.S. Bank Representative Tim Franzen and NSAA Board of Control member Brian Maher. Tonight's honorees are Ashley Bauer of Scottsbluff High School. Ashley is a 4.0 student who participates in volleyball, soccer, play production, speech, and music. She has received all conference honors in volleyball and soccer. In the fine arts, Ashley has earned an Outstanding Performer Award at the District Play Production Championships and superior ratings in vocal solo and piano solo at the District Music Contest. Ashley is a member of the National Honor Society, Student Council, and is the Nike Club President, Key Club Vice President, and a peer tutor. Ladies and gentlemen, Ashley Bauer. Micah Barley of Chase County High School. Micah maintains a 3.96 grade point average while participating in track and field, play production, speech, and music. She placed 3rd in humorous prose and 4th in persuasive speaking at the 2003 Class C1 State Speech Championships and earned an Outstanding Performing Award at the 2000 Class C1 State Play Production Championships. In music, Micah has earned superior ratings at 8 events at the District Music Contest. She is a member of the National Honor Society and is the Student Council Vice President. Ladies and gentlemen, Micah Barley. Next is Reba Craig of Eustis Farman High School. Reba is a 4.0 student who participates in volleyball, basketball, play production, speech, and music. She has earned superior ratings in band and vocal solo at the District Music Contest and is the dance team captain. Reba is a member of the National Honor Society and has served her school as junior class treasurer and as a representative to the Student Council. Ladies and gentlemen, Reba Craig. Luke Hoffman of Wakefield High School. Luke maintains a 3.98 grade point average while taking part in football, basketball, track and field, music, and journalism. He has earned academic all-state honors in football and basketball. Luke served as the football team captain and was a member of Wakefield's 2002 Class C2 football playoff qualifying team. In music, he has earned superior ratings in choir, swing choir, and boys ensemble at the District Music Contest. Luke is the National Honor Society Vice President and a member of the Student Council. Ladies and gentlemen, Luke Hoffman. Stephen Kirk of Omaha Creighton Prep High School. Stephen is a 3.9 student who participates in football, basketball, track and field, and journalism. He was a member of Creighton Prep's 2001 and 2003 Class A state football playoff qualifying teams, while serving as co-captain of the track team and as a yearbook photographer. Stephen is also vice president of the National Honor Society and is a member of Prep's Big Brothers Executive Committee. Outside of school, he has been involved in Operations Others and Sienna Francis House. Ladies and gentlemen, Stephen Kirk. Next is Sarah Meyer of Aurora High School. She is 3.98 student who participates in cross country, basketball, play production, speech, journalism, and music. Sarah has been a member of Aurora's 2002 Class B State Cross Country Championship team and its 2003 state qualifying squad. She has also qualified for the 2002 and 2003 Class B State Speech Championships in entertainment speaking and earned the Team Hustle Award in basketball. Sarah is a member of National Honor Society, Future Problem Solvers, and Student Council, while also serving as state president of the Future Business Leaders of America. Ladies and gentlemen, Sarah Meyer. Our final recipient this evening is Christy Springer of Sandy Creek High School. Christy carries a 4.0 grade point average while participating in volleyball, basketball, track and field, play production, and music. She was a member of Sandy Creek's 2003 Class C2 Girls State Basketball Championship qualifying team and has qualified twice for the Class C Girls State Track and Field Championships in the 1,600-meter run. Christy is a member of the National Honor Society, Student Council, and Teammates Mentoring Program. Ladies and gentlemen, Christy Springer. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause to the 2003-2004 Believers and Achievers, the future leaders of Nebraska.
And congratulations to those young men and women, indeed the future leaders of Nebraska. We're at halftime in the Class B state championship football game. McCook leading 14-0.
Programming on NETV is provided in part by Education Quest Foundation. For over 15 years, Education Quest has offered free college planning services. These services include scholarship searches, student loan information, college selection, and help with completing financial aid application. Education Quest is located in Kearney, Lincoln, and Omaha. Appointments are available at 800-666-3721.
Bryan LGH West is bringing advanced neuroscience technology to Nebraska, offering the state's first gamma knife radiosurgery to non-invasively treat brain tumors and severe facial pain, and working with Nebraska's only physician specially trained in coiling for brain aneurysms. Just two examples of our commitment to neuroscience care for Nebraskans and our neighbors. Bryan LGH, the first name in healthcare.
Be more connected with mymptv.org.
First, it was baby steps, then the first day of kindergarten, and now college. But what college is best for your child, and how about the financial costs? Nebraska Connects, Destination College, can help guide you and your college-bound child to the right choices about the many options available for their college education. Watch Nebraska Connects, Destination College.
Monday night at 9:30 Central Time on NETV. From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, this is NETV and NETV Digital Television.
And welcome back to Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska. Halftime of the Class B state championship game. You can see a little precipitation starting to come down. 14-0. McCook leading Roncalli here at halftime. Pleased to be joined at halftime by the executive director of the NSAA, Jim Tenneper. Dr. Jim Tenneper is with us here. And Dr. Tenneper, thanks so much for joining us. Last year when we spoke, you were getting ready for the first ever Sportsmanship Summit. I understand that's coming up again this week. How did last year's go, and what can you expect in this year's Sportsmanship Summit?
Well, last year's Sportsmanship Summit was held in Kearney, and there were about 900 people in attendance. It was jointly sponsored by the Nebraska Coaches Association and the Nebraska Athletic Directors Association, and it was very well received. We had lots of schools involved, and it was put on for the intent of trying to get local communities to put together some sort of a sportsmanship plan that they could go back and, in a grassroots type of effort, be able to provide some expectations and some direction for their people. So having said that, I think that last year was a good start, but we're looking forward to even bigger things this year. The summit this year will be in two sites, weather permitting. On Monday of this week, we will have at Ogallala High School, and then on Tuesday of this coming week, it will be in Omaha at the Holiday Inn Central. And we're hopeful that we get a lot of schools there, and a lot of the participants are students, coaches, athletic administrators, school administrators, Board of Education members, and parents. And it's an interactive type conference, and we're looking for good things, and we hope that it has some long-term effects as far as improving sportsmanship across the state.
When you go into a meeting like that, a sportsmanship summit with folks from across the state, this year in the second one, what are you changing? What are you emphasizing this year in the sportsmanship summit that may be different from last year?
Well, we learned a little bit from what we did last year. There were some of our sessions that we had that were very successful, and there were some that probably weren't as successful as what we would have liked for them to be. We're bringing in two special speakers, two motivational speakers to help us this year. And we're also going to have in panels of media, of officials, of coaches, and we're going to have panels of kids as well. And we're going to focus in on things like appropriate and inappropriate cheers, and instructing parents about what kids really wish their parents knew about their performance and about the parents' performance at the activities. And we're hopeful, like I said before, we're hopeful that we can put together some sort of a local team effort so that they can improve sportsmanship at their local levels.
Dr. Jim Tenneper is the executive director of the NSAA. How are sites determined? I know we have Lincoln has the state wrestling, has the state volleyball, has the state football, has state basketball. How are sites determined for all of your championships?
You know, that's kind of a touchy situation, because there are an awful lot of communities realize the economic benefit from state championships across the state, and it is determined by our Board of Control, and it is principally based upon communities coming forward and making a proposal. We have got a number of issues that have to be taken a look at as far as the capacity of facilities, issues with regard to motels, with regard to restaurants. There are a variety of things that come into play, and obviously what it's going to cost us to host those activities, what kind of a worker force that we have. So when we have two communities that come forward, or three communities that come forward and want to host a state championship, our Board of Control takes into consideration those respective proposals, and they take a look at then, number one, what's in the best interest of the students that we represent, number two, what's in the best interest of the schools that we represent, and then obviously what's in the best interest of the Nebraska School Activities Association. With regard to the Nebraska School Activities Association, obviously a lot of times that comes down to the dollar bills. If it's going to cost us considerably more in one venue than the other to host a state championship, that comes into play. But our overriding and number one concern is what's in the best interest of those young people that we represent in high school activities.
Dr. Jim Tenneper is the executive director of the NSAA. There are a lot of parents now that are homeschooling their kids and that are taking the homeschool route for their kids, and they always ask, what about activities? What's the NSAA stance on homeschooled kids participating in activities through the NSAA?
Well, I guess I need to give you the canned answer, first of all, what our bylaws, what our Constitution permits. And currently, homeschooled or exempt school students are not eligible to participate in NSAA activities. Our bylaws state that for a student to be a participant in an NSAA activity, they must be a bona fide student in a member high school. And to be a bona fide student, they must be carrying 20 credit hours on a continuous basis at that member high school. We've had some concerns that have been expressed because there are some homeschool students that would like to have the opportunity to participate in high school activities. And you know, as we take a look at the overall picture, it's not something that either I or our Board of Control can wave some sort of magic wand and say automatically we're going to permit homeschool students that opportunity to participate. During the last legislative session, a bill was introduced to permit homeschool students, number one, to access the academic offerings in a particular school, but number two, also to be able to access the activities programs. Our membership was, from what we heard from our membership, they didn't want that to occur for a variety of reasons, but also by the same token, we understand that is a pressure that's out there that probably it's not going to go away through our legislature. So, you know, it's something we need to take a look at and determine what's going to be in the best interest not only of the homeschool students, but the remainder of the students that we represent and our member schools. This past, about a week and a half ago, we had our district meetings across the state of Nebraska. We have 6 geographic districts, and in our district meetings, there was a legislative proposal for homeschool or exempt school students to be eligible. And I'd like to tell you that they unanimously passed in all districts, but I can't do that. All 6 districts did defeat that proposal, and it was by a rather overwhelming margin. And so our position as far as the NSAA is concerned is that we must represent what our membership has to say, and we're sure that we're going to be facing in the upcoming unicameral session some additional efforts or pressures to legislate the fact that the exempt or homeschool student be eligible.
Dr. Tenneber, we want to thank you on behalf of everyone at NETV for all your group has done for us. We couldn't do this without you. We thank you very much for your time.
We certainly appreciate your attendance here as well, and I'm sure the people across the state of Nebraska appreciate the telecast.
Dr. Jim Tenneber, the Executive Director of the NSAA. We are at halftime. McCook leading Roncalli 14-0.
What's for dinner?
Brought to you by Nebraska's beef producers.
Nebraska. You live and play here. You raise your family here. So do we. ACE, community-owned, community-operated. Your hometown choice for natural gas.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Crow. This Thanksgiving, start a new tradition. Watch Farm Aid on PBS.
Thursday night at 8 Central Time on NETV.
This weekend on Statewide, Omaha Public Schools leads a group of schools suing the state. They say it costs more to teach large numbers of immigrant students and others with special needs. We'll see what they mean.
You have to put these kids on the same playing field if you want literally no child left behind. And right now they are not on the same playing field.
Be more informed. Watch Statewide this weekend on NETV.
You're watching NETV and NETV Digital Television, a service of Nebraska Educational Telecommunications.
$14-0 McCook leading as we get set to start the second half, and downstairs we go to Larry Putney.
Thanks, Kevin. Mike, what do you do in the second half to get back in?
Well, I think the 2 turnovers we had were costly when we had the ball in pretty good field position, so we just got to get some momentum going a little bit offensively and take care of the football.
You were moving it early, and then their defense kind of stepped up.
They made a few adjustments, and we talked about half, so hopefully we made the right corrections.
Thanks very much.
You bet.
Well, trying to make a correction that'll allow them to move the ball down the field against a very good McCook defense, which has, to this point, stymied a real good Roncalli offense. Let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. And you'll see McCook going to the ground early, and a little bit of option attack here from Lyons.
Lyons trying to get it through, and Mike Burley comes up big for Roncalli with the interception, and now Roncalli's off to the races. You see Craig Thomas over the left side.
And then a fumble at the end of the play allows McCook to recover and stymie a Roncalli drive. Roncalli back at it again. Burley with a good return here to set up Roncalli in some good shape.
Now the play action pass. You see Matt Bowers coming up, and then a big hit by Trent Lyons there. Took him out of the game, a little bit of a stinger in the shoulder. Good gain by Roncalli, and there's a great interception by who else? The guy that does it all, Mr. Bison, Trent Lyons.
Now on this punt return, this is big. The punt return set up, and that set up McCook's first touchdown.
They had it set up, as we call, like the picket fence. You set up that fence and go, and it got it right down to the 5-yard line.
And then down to the 2-yard line goes Lease. And Lions into the end zone for the touchdown. Made it 7-0 at that point. And the final play of the first half, the fake field goal, good for a touchdown to Snyder.
Boy, that was a huge, huge play right there, Eric, to change what we call the old Mo.
It was. That's going into halftime. That's a little bit of motivation. So now Roncalli here going to get the ball back in the third quarter, and so we'll see what they can do.
Look at the numbers. Yeah. They're pretty even throughout that first half. 104 total yards for Roncalli, 116 for McCook.
McCook +1 as far as the turnovers go. Roncalli giving up an interception and a fumble. And Roncalli, again, as you mentioned a moment ago, Kevin, Roncalli with this, well, here's that.
The snap of the pitch.
On that pitch.
Some question from some folks in the stands as to whether or not you can pitch the ball from your knees.
Yeah, you can.
On that fake field goal. And Adrian Fiala says, yes, you can.
You cannot go up and down and then go up again and pitch it. You can't do that. But if you couldn't do that, there's just a rule. There's a specific rule about that. You can pitch it right from the knee, but you can't go up and come down and then go up again and then pitch it.
Well, if you couldn't pitch it from your knees, then you'd never be able to run a fake field goal on that kind of a play. You'd never be able to do that.
See, he doesn't do it. He doesn't go up or anything right there. I mean, that's a perfectly legal play.
We get ready to start off this second half, and McCook will kick it off to Roncalli.
That question came up a few weeks ago in Nebraska's season, just from a fan who had a question about it when Missouri ran that fake play. Same thing came up there, and I had inquired of an official. I knew what the rule was anyway, but inquired of an official that way. He said, no, that's perfectly legal, but you cannot go up to get the ball, come back down, and then go up again and then make the pitch.
Lions ready to kick it off as we start off this second half of the Class B championship game. And a line drive kick taken by the up man, Brian Hansen, on the fly. And Hansen out to the 34-yard line where it'll be first down and 10 yards to go for Roncalli.
Brian Hansen plays a lot of football, but he also plays shortstop at times because he took that line drive on a dead shot. Good ball handling by Brian Hansen.
First down and 10 from the 34. And now Roncalli, see what the adjustments were made by the coaching staff, see how they pay off here in this second half. Behrens, the head coach, saying the adjustments were made. We'll see what happens as they go up the middle with Nick Chandler. And he takes it to the 37-yard line, a pickup of 3. McCook's defense tonight has just been extremely solid. Roncalli's offense has shot themselves in the foot a couple of times with costly turnovers. 14-0 McCook, and a 2nd and 7 for Roncalli. Bowers, pressure comes, gets away, throws against the grain, and it's incomplete. That's a tough throw to make when you're running right and throwing back left against the grain, and it's incomplete for third down.
Also a tough throw to make when you got people coming after you like Brooks Snyder was from McCook that time.
Alan Shires here on the play. It looks like Bowers here rolling out to his right. Just getting tripped up a little bit, then a little bit there.
Yeah, the coverage was there also. That play just had no chance at all for success. The coverage was there. The defender in front of the receiver, and Brooks Snyder coming on the pressure from his linebacker position.
Third down and 7. Bowers sets back to throw towards the sideline. The catch is made. It's a first down at the 45 of McCook. Roy Land with the grab and a beautiful toss from Matt Bowers.
Gonna lay it right in there, Eric, right over the defender, and that's a nice little timing shot.
Sure is. A 3-step drop is exactly what it is. It's all timing. Receiver running up the field and then just breaking to the outside.
Actually throwing for a spot where the receiver's going to be. Yep. I mean, that's a practice play all the time.
It's one thing that they work all week in practice. They know where the receivers are going to be.
14-0 McCook, but Roncalli moving the football. On the left side, Thomas trying to get to the corner, and Thomas ridden down after a 9-yard pickup down to the 36-yard line. Finally brought down by Derek Ruppert, and a good gain by Thomas, 2nd and short for Roncalli.
Got to get this power game to go to the outside. It looked maybe like he was going to go inside for a second, bouncing out to the outside, and Ruppert showing good support, Eric.
Yeah, he tried to stiff arm a guy too and gained a couple extra yards there.
2nd down and short from the 36 Up the middle, Chandler falls forward. He's got the first down to the 33-yard line of McCook and move the chains again. Roncalli off to a good start in this first drive of the third quarter.
Pretty good smack in the hole that time again by Snyder. Snyder all over the field here in the early going in the third quarter. Leading tackler on the McCook football team.
From the 33, first down and 10 in the eye. Bowers on the option. And he'll be down near the 25-yard line. Good run again for Matt Bowers as he keeps it on the option. And when you're running the option, Eric, when you look for that corner, what are you looking for as the quarterback to turn it upfield?
Well, you look at the defensive end. If he crashes down, you take it on the outside. He gets a great block here by the tight end. He sees a crease. He takes it. Good blocking downfield by the lineman just to follow the blocks that they've been made, and the quarterback there just to make a few extra yards.
Second down and 3 from the 26. Bowers again will keep on the option and nowhere to run this time. Talk about penetration. How many Bison are back there on top of Bowers at the end of that play?
Counted about 4 red jerseys standing, so all the other 7 folks over there on the ball carrier.
They don't want to give up yards too easy.
This is just a big jam right here. Going anywhere.
Third down and 3. Critical third down for Roncalli in this third quarter as they try to mount a scoring drive to get back in this football game. Backs in the eye set. Bowers wants to throw. In trouble. Bowers goes down. Around the ankles, he's brought down by Trevor Borg, and it's fourth down for Roncalli.
Borg leads his team with sacks, and he's going to pressure. He goes through 2 blockers on the right side there. I don't know if everybody picked that one up, but man, Trevor Borg showing a lot of strength there.
Matt Bowers doing the smart thing. Didn't see an open receiver. Just tuck it and ran. Get as many yards as you can.
Fourth down play for Roncalli. 4th and 4 from the 27. Bowers on the option. He'll keep it. And Bowers has the first down to the 20-yard line. Mark it at the 21. Still good enough for a first. And a huge conversion for Roncalli.
Key here is blocking that linebacker. The end's going down right there. He's hooked. Now the linebacker is blocked number 34 right there by 76. That's Jake Uradarkis. 76, top of the screen. He takes the linebacker out, and that's why this play goes. Almost Eric backside pursuit again. Richard Smock.
First and 10 from the 21. Chandler up the middle. Maybe a couple to the 19-yard line. Not a lot of running room in that middle for the fullback Chandler. Second down and 8 to go for Roncalli with 8 minutes remaining in this third quarter of play. Roncalli threatening here, down by 14.
Eric, what happens on that play is the tight end's going to block down. Tell us how that goes, as far as what you know in terms of that blocking scheme up there.
Well, it's a blocking scheme where you just read the tight end. Basically, he's going to block his guy out, or he's going to come in.
Up the middle, nothing there. Right in the backfield, Kyle Bedore almost took the handoff. Untouched.
Nobody gets a piece of him at all. Nick Chandler here just looking at him and just tries to keep him off the ball carrier. It does not happen.
It's a sick feeling in your stomach when you see that guy coming right at you. There isn't anything you can do. Bowers on the roll. 3rd and 11. In trouble. Bowers gets away from one. He can't get away from the second. Pressure the entire play, and Brooks Snyder brings down Matt Bowers. 4th and long for Roncalli.
And I think it was Trevor Borg. Let's see here, 65. He checks the blocker there. And now look at this. Almost has the sack back there, but not able to hang on to the jersey, Eric. And I think it was Snyder, right? Got him?
Yep. Well, got him there to cause enough problems, that's for sure.
How about the play of Trevor Borg on this series where he has twice now fought off 2 blocks to get into either the running back or the quarterback. 4th and 18, and Roncalli will go. Pressure up the middle. Bowers throws, and it's incomplete. Nearly intercepted, but it doesn't matter. They turn the pride away on downs.
Chase Doolin and Trevor Borg again. Kevin, you mentioned his name a whole bunch of times in this series right here. They are there to put the pressure on.
These guys are relentless for sure. Look at this, all over the quarterback here, and he makes a kind of a tough decision whether or not to throw it or just take the sack, but he had to try to make a play. It was 4th down.
And now McCook's offense will go to work with a 14-point lead. Up the middle, Bador churning hard to the 35-yard line. Nearly a 6-yard pickup for the big fullback, Kyle Bador.
Trent Lyons down the line of scrimmage. Nothing fancy here, Eric.
No, nothing fancy to that. Just giving it to the fullback and grind it out. It's the power game. They've always been known for that, and they're sure here to do what they came here for, and that's run the option and the option veer.
49 yards on the night for Kyle Bador. 2nd and 4 from the 35. Pressure on the outside. Lyons will run around it on the option play, and Lyons looks at the football, and it goes out of bounds at the 35-yard line. They'll mark it as a fumble on the play, and it'll be dead at the 35.
Going to be pressure at the top of the screen here, to the right of the screen. That's number 5 there. That's Brian Hansen coming up, but he was coming from that corner spot back there, pressuring immediately on the play.
3rd down and 4 from the 35. Lyons right up the middle to Bador. He's got the 1st down. The quick hit to the fullback. If Lyons keeps that a second more, Eric, Lyons is done.
Yeah, he is. He did a great job of just getting that football off here on the handoff. It hits it really quick, and good for a 1st down.
So Bador, he's playing the fullback spot, but here's a guy with 4.6 speed. He was 10.9 in the 100. I mean, we're talking about, he's not Makovica. He's not Judd Davies. He's got some real speed, and he'll take it up the middle again to the 44-yard line for a pickup of 3. And let's go downstairs to Larry Putney.
Well, you heard Jeff Gross say just before the half that with Roncalli rotating 12 and 13 players and having 9 guys who play both offense and defense, he thought they could wear him down a little bit. And you're starting to see a little bit of that now as Roncalli's getting up off the turf awful slow, guys.
Well, they'll just continue to pound at him. If that fatigue shows, McCook will lean on him a little bit. 2nd and 7. The toss play to Lease, trying to get to the outside. And a flag is down. Lease down the sidelines. This play is going to come back, though. Lease out of bounds at the 41. Flag down back at the 45-yard line and thrown right in the general direction of a hold.
Appeared to be that way as Victor Brakefield, the referee, will come in and give us that signal.
A lot of times you see that on a pitch play because the defense is flowing and the linemen know that they want to try to get their guys hooked because the ball's going outside.
Trying to get to the corner, and let's see where we can. Yeah, right there was on it was on number 4, the white jersey, Matt Bowers. One of the McCook guys had a hold of him, took him right down.
So 2nd and 16 now for McCook as they're pushed back. 4:42 to play, 3rd quarter. Lyons under center. Play fake. On the roll. Lyons throwing an awkward pass towards Kyle Bador, and it's 3rd down.
Good decision there by Lyons. Everybody covered, Eric, and you just want to make sure you just don't give it away with a bonehead move and just see it again.
Here he gives the play action fake and then rolls out to his right. Gets a little pressure there by 78. Then he just throws the ball away. Nowhere to go. Probably at his feet there is the best throw.
3rd down and 16 from the 35-yard line. McCook trying to find one of those plays in that bag of tricks that Jeff Gross has on the sideline that'll net him a 1st down. 3rd down and 16. Lyons to throw. Here comes pressure. Lyons in trouble. Got a block, but Lyons goes down. Ball pops free towards the sidelines and out of bounds. A break there for McCook as that ball nearly ended up with the Roncalli Crimson Pride.
Roncalli defense looked like they knew what was coming on the play. The linebackers were checking off over there. As you see, number 78 coming through, that's Ryan Becker. And then 76, Jake Ryderkus and Dick Chandler also giving chase. And they created the problem as far as the play goes and create the 4th down.
Very close. Nate Weathers about another yard from snatching up a loose ball. Lions will punt. 4th down and 15. That holding penalty really stymied the drive. Low snap. Lions scoops it up And he was down. He was down on a knee when he grabbed the ball, and it'll be Roncalli football at the McCook 21-yard line. Victor Brakefield right there on the call, and it'll be first down on the 21 of McCook. A huge break for the Pride.
We'll take a look at the play. Ball's bounding in, snapping in, and no question at all that he is down with the ball. And the opportunity now, Eric, is golden for Roncalli.
It sure is, and this can be a big opportunity, like you said, to score a touchdown and get right back in this game.
Do you try to get it quick or just grind it out?
They're going to grind it out.
On the option, Bowers driven down at the 20-yard line. 1-yard pickup on the play. McCook's defense up to the challenge again. As the bottom of the pile, you'll find Trevor Borg, also Alan Shires leading the charge. Jeremy Young from that McCook defensive end spot.
Roncalli on the evening just 3 for 10 in the passing category, and there's an interception also mixed in with that. So 30% completion rate. Not all that proficient thus far as the play comes in with Mike Burley. Last time Mike Burley brought a play in, they tried to get the pass to him. So let's see if, although he's going to line up at the tight end spot right now.
Split out wide left is Brian Hansen. The power eye set. Bowers will tuck and run. Trying to go down that line. Bowers, good power across the 15 and down to the 14-yard line. 3.5 yards shy of the first. Matt Bowers with some good power as he was wrapped up well in front of the 15-yard line, just churned his way forward.
Well, if that wasn't determination from the snap, he just tucked the ball in there, carrying the red jerseys for about a gain of extra 3-4 yards there.
You bet, and he had a lot of help here coming up. There's Nick Chandler leading the way. He went to the left side over there. Gylan Kirkins over there, Weathers over there, center row trying to reach down, make a block.
3rd and 3, up the middle. Chandler is not going to get there. Down to the 13-yard line. He needs the 11, and it's 4th down.
Well, and underneath the pile is Alan Shires. And he is the guy who was responsible for stopping that first down play. That would have been clearly a first down, but Shires was there to make the hit immediately, and the ball carrier goes straight back.
That was big-time contact.
It really was.
When you look at Bowers and that shot we just had of him, he looks tired. He's gasping for air, holding his stomach. Hopefully he is okay. He's taking a beating tonight. 4th and 2, up the middle, looking for the first down. Thomas is not going to get there. McCook's defense holds on 4th and 2, and they turn the Pride away again.
You guys, I think it was Shires again. He was part of the pile underneath it. Also, I think it was Richard Smock, 68, also in on the play.
Well, his defense is being real stingy now, and they're getting close to the goal line, so they don't want to let him in, and wrapped up the legs. 3-4 guys extra coming there to push him back. They weren't going to let him get a first down.
There was indeed Richard Smock, also Brooks Snyder in on the play. Shires was there also to help out.
1st down and 10 from the 12. Bedore right up the middle, down to the 21-yard line. Good run by Bedore on that quick hit again to the fullback. And McCook content now to keep the clock moving and keep this ball on the ground.
Kyle Bedore, 141 yards, that is, against York this year. Just takes it on up, those 141 yards coming in the playoff games.
2nd and 1, right up the middle again. Bedore very close to a McCook first down. And a decision by Lyons just to give it to his fullback, send him right up the middle, and Nate Weathers came in there and shoved Bedore back after the play. Now they'll bring in the chains and measure this one.
Jeff Gross waiting to see what the outcome is as far as the chain gang routine. Have a play ready.
Larry, go ahead. You're down on the field.
You know, we were talking to Mike Behrens before the game about using 9 guys on both offense and defense, kind of going both ways. And he said, hey, guys, we're the 2nd smallest Class B school in the state of Nebraska. We got to use everybody we can. He referred to his players as the Dirty 30. Remember those days, Adrian?
Oh, yeah, Larry, only too well. Iowa State coined that phrase, and actually a writer covering Iowa State coined that phrase back in the 50s. And Everybody then referred to Iowa State as the Dirty 30. Didn't have anything to do with the way they played the game. It just had to do everything with the color of their uniform, the dirt on the uniform.
Bador again up the middle, testing that middle for 3 yards to the 25-yard line, and it's 2nd down and 7. And just continuing to pound away at that middle, guys.
They sure are. This is one way to wear them down, and if you can get a drive established here and really chop away at that clock, this is what McCook needs to do right now.
Getting back to the Dirty 30, the injuries really had taken its toll on the Iowa State football team, and they were down to about 30 guys, and so they all had to play, and that's back in the days when everybody played all the time, and their uniforms took a toll. Dirty 30.
2nd down and 7 from the 25. Lions on the keep, nothing there. Nicely done by the Roncalli defense. Gave Lions no holes to run through. Closed it off quickly, and Nate Weathers again leads the charge for that Pride D.
Well, we have a couple of defenses here that just won't bend a whole lot. Playing some outstanding defense. And the numbers, when you take a look at the numbers, guys, would indicate that.
3rd down and 6 from the 26. Maybe the final play of this 3rd quarter. Bador up the middle, nothing doing again. Right there to make the stop, Jake Rodakis. Rodakis spinning Bador down as if he were a rag doll, and we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter of play in the Class B championship game. At the end of 3 quarters of play, McCook 14, Roncalli nothing.
Grandpa, wake up.
Oh, it's story time. We'll read the story about the big dog. Yes, on the way to school.
Always there when you need us. Nebraska Public Power District. Together with your local public power utility.
Programming on NETV is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Checkoff. Soy biodiesel is a soy-based, clean-burning, renewable fuel that can be blended with petroleum diesel to help reduce America's dependence on foreign oil. Soy biodiesel, making a difference for soybean farmers and you.
You're watching NETV and NETV Digital Television, a service of Nebraska Educational Telecommunication.
NETV sports coverage of the 2003 Nebraska State High School Football Championships is brought to you in part by NPPD. Always there when you need us. By Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska. The Blues are good for you. By Education Quest Foundation, improving access to college through scholarships, community grants, and college planning services. And by the Nebraska Soybean Checkoff, promoting soy biodiesel, clean burning and renewable, making a difference for soybean farmers and you. 14-0 as we begin this 4th quarter of play. Along with Eric Crouch, Adrian Fiala, Larry Putney, I'm Kevin Kugler. We begin the 4th quarter of the final championship of the day with McCook leading 14-0, and this one's going to come right down to it, a defensive struggle as we've thought all night long.
You bet, Kevin. McCook, 79 yards rushing, 55 yards passing. That just tells you how good Roncalli has played defense tonight.
Well, both these teams are playing great defense, and the points that have been on the board right now have been from really just big plays and the field goal and then the punt return. So really these teams playing great defense all around the board.
Lions with the punt. Signal at the 45-yard line for a fair catch, but I believe the other returner signaled the fair catch, and then the play was made by number 12, Roy Len. Burley signaled fair catch. Len made the grab and started to run. And let's see how the officials sort this out. It'll be against Roncalli, a penalty. You don't see that too often. You rarely see the double safeties back to return punts anymore. And this time you see one signal fair catch, the other make the play and start moving with it. It's a delay of game is the technical call against Roncalli.
The Huskers used to run a double safety back there in terms of receiving.
There's the fair catch.
And that puts it on right there. It's a fair catch situation, and you only can move 2 steps once you can. If you may move more than 2 steps after the fair catch signal, it's a penalty, and that's what happened there.
Meanwhile, Roy is saying, hey, I didn't call the fair catch. I wanted to run with this ball. Thanks a lot, pal.
You got to say You got to say me, or
that's right.
Ball. You got to yell something out so they know who's getting the ball.
You got to have a signal back there, just like on interceptions. We saw that earlier in the ball game. You can pick up an interception if you communicate back there. You just hope that your teammate doesn't come by and knock you down like we saw earlier today.
First down and 10 from the 40 now after the 5-yard penalty. Bowers on the option. The pitch loose on the field. It's covered by Roncalli. Paul Rowe, Johnny on the spot for Roncalli as he covers it up. Could have been disaster for the Pride.
Potential turnover here caused almost by Brooks Snyder right there. He's coming from the back end. And boy, that backside pursuit. We've seen that happen a lot with Nebraska this year. Backside pursuit has really killed a lot of plays.
Yeah, it can. That's one thing why your linemen, they really have to just wall the backside off. Gives you the best chance of making a big play.
Second down and 14. Bowers rolls left. Has time and a man. It's caught 2 yards shy of the first down. A good grab made out there by Brian Hansen. 3rd and 2 now for Roncalli.
Good play action here, rolling left. And again, if for that right-handed quarterback to throw, as Eric said, you got to get that shoulder into it, Eric, and he did.
He did a great job of that, and good catch there. On the outside, getting out of bounds. It's Anthony Purvis there on the catch, and way to handle that ball and bring it down.
3rd down and 2 from the 48. Up the middle, tripped in the backfield. Trevor Board got him around the ankles, and it's 4th down for Roncalli.
He's been a 2-year starter for McCook. Trevor Bohr get defensive tackle, and he moved into defensive end this year, and his pace quickened in terms of play. And there you see him skirt 1 block, 2 blocks, and then make a huge play.
Well, he's a key to this defense right here, and you can see why. He's had a couple of these today, a couple big hits, a couple strings right there on the tackles, and so making a big play there on 3rd down now. Questionable call whether what they do with the ball now on offense.
Well, a timeout to talk things over for Roncalli, their first timeout of the second half. On Sunday, December 7th, see Nebraska like you've never seen it before. The first digital high-definition program produced in Nebraska. Widescreen Nebraska will showcase events, majestic views, and wildlife famous to Nebraska. Produced by NETV, Widescreen Nebraska will take your breath away. It's something to see. Widescreen Nebraska, Monday night, December 7th at 8 Central Time only on NETV. And downstairs we go to Larry Putney.
It's really amazing how well the town of McCook supports this club. This Bison squad, regardless where they play, this crowd follows them. We all remember last year when they played at Crete and they outdrew the Crete crowd in Crete. They did the same thing this year in Ogallala. They had more than 2,800 fans travel to Ogallala for their game out there. It's really nice to see how well this town supports McCook football.
Well, they have certainly come out to support it tonight. A big event for this town, trying to go back-to-back undefeated seasons and back-to-back state championships. 4th and 2 from the 48, going for it, and Bowers has it and more. Bowers with great balance into McCook territory at the 37-yard line. Huge conversion for Roncalli and a huge run for Bowers.
Well, that's where the option gives you an advantage. You read that, the fullback blocking for you.
They had the field spread out also. They had wide receivers to either side, Eric, and everybody may be looking for some sort of play action go the other way, and he comes back short side and makes not only the first down, but considerable yardage beyond that.
1st and 10 from the 37. Bowers on the roll. Incomplete. Roy Lynn, the intended receiver. Bowers down again at the end of the play. He took a pop as he rolled out to the left side, and he is really taking a beating tonight.
Rolling out to the left here, like we talked about all game, trying to get that left shoulder pointed. A lot of pressure from the backside, so you're skirting out of there pretty quick, and it sometimes can be very tough to get your shoulder turned around.
And it was
aimed at that target.
It was Brooks Snyder again coming with the pressure. And sometimes, you know, when you're out there on the field, you let those quarterbacks know that you are coming. I mean, they'll. There's a few choice words you can. Eric, you've probably heard a few of those.
True. Best thing you can do is get right back up.
Get going.
Bowers on the roll. Incomplete pass as he rolls outside, and he took a hit again as he threw the ball, and Bowers is upset, and he may be a little dinged up again.
Just a little bit of a cramp or something out there as he drops straight back here, and then is going to get flushed a little bit. And it looked like 65, Trevor Borg putting the pressure on and the hit. You know, he plays quarterback, he takes the hits at quarterback, and then he goes over to the other side of the ball, takes the hits at defensive end. That is extremely tough duty for the young man. But He's a tough guy.
You have to take your hat off to a guy that can just keep going.
3rd down and 10 from the 37. Bowers straight drop. Has time. Tipped away at the last minute by Rico Quezada. Quezada with a beautiful defensive play.
They said about Rico Quezada, he is not very big at 5'7" and 135, but he has great technique and sound fundamentals, and we see it right here.
Well, you couldn't draw it up any better than that. That's a great defensive play.
Perfect.
Breaking right in front of the ball.
All right, look at Bowers.
He
Hands
is
on the hips, gasping for air. He is fighting it tonight.
Carrying the load.
You pull that cold air into your lungs, too, and that's even a bigger problem.
3 wide receivers to the left of the line. Bowers rolls that direction. Sets up. Throws over the middle. Tipped away and incomplete. Tipped at the last minute on the coverage, Derek Ruppert. And McCook turns Roncalli away again.
They had trips to one side, 3 receivers to one side in a kind of a wishbone formation over there, and then trying to hit the crossing man deep. McCook was ready for it. They had 2 people over there, Ruppert, Eric on the coverage, but they also had Brandon Lease just in case. Again, that's a dangerous throw, throwing it all the way across the field again.
Almost a tip drill out there.
Yeah.
37-yard line, 1st down and 10. 2 wideouts to the right of the line. Lyons with his backs in the eye set. Up the middle, Bedore. And good yardage on 1st down to the 42-yard line. A 5-yard gain for Kyle Bedore and the McCook offense. Their main job right now, run clock and melt this game down with a 14-0 lead. And Bedore a little bit shaken up. And Bedore will leave the field. Checking in for McCook now, Alex Beam in at the backup fullback spot. 2nd down and 4. 14-0 McCook, looking for their 3rd shutout of the year, and more importantly, their 13th win of the year, which would crown them state champions for the 2nd straight season.
They have won 25 consecutive games, 40 of their last 46.
2nd down and 4 from the 43. Lease the carry up the middle, and Lease breaking a tackle to the midfield stripe. 1st down and 10 for the McCook Bison. And the clock will run again.
Going to the left side. The play was designed to go right, Eric. Stacked up. You got to bounce out, pick it up.
Well, running is what they do best. They've got a guy, tailback, that's rushed for 1,600, a fullback 1,300, and a quarterback 918. So pretty close to 1,000 for 3 guys.
Do a great job of rushing the football. That offensive line, as we said earlier, averages nearly 240 pounds a man across the front. And they're moving it out on that left side.
1st down and 10 from midfield. Lyons, he'll keep it on the option. Tripped up after a yard pickup on the play. Tackle made by Kyle O'Neill from that defensive tackle spot. 2nd down and 9. McCook, though, more interested that the clock continues to run. Now 8:22 remaining.
Kyle O'Neill, a senior, 205 pounds at 5'11". Able to step up inside there. Anticipated that play fairly well. Good hit by Kyle O'Neill. And time now is a very essential element of the football game for both teams. One team seeking the championship, the other one obviously trying to get the ball back and get themselves in contention again. 2nd
down and 9. Motion towards the line. They fake the give. Lions will run on the right side. Gets around 2 Roncalli defenders. Now 3. Lions shoved out of bounds down near the 42-yard line. Good, fancy elusiveness from Trent Lyons.
We're on Trent Lyons right here on this play, rolling out to the right. He fakes it going backside. Does a great job of just looking at what he had downfield and then bobbing and weaving, getting in and out of guys, and then looking for the sideline for extra yards.
Brian Hansen has shot at making the tackle. Mike Burley has shot. We'll see. I believe Hansen has the first shot there, but all he comes up with is air right there as Lyons is so quick on his feet. And then Burley is shot downfield.
3rd down and 2 from the 42-yard line. The give to Lease. Lease will be short of the 1st down. First contact from Matt Bowers and a flag down. A hold against McCook. So 3rd down and 2. Stopped short would make it 4th and 1. And let's see what Roncalli wants to do with the flag here.
Bench is signaling to push him back Kevin, I would think that's what they would do that. You don't want to give them a fourth down opportunity with about a yard or half a yard to go. And they are going to move it back.
It'll be third down again, so third down and long to go now for McCook. Push the ball back onto the other side of the midfield stripe, and they'll set it down at the 48-yard line. First down and 10, or for rather third down and 12 to go for the McCook Bison. 7:42 to play, fourth quarter.
Each of these teams still under 200 yards as far as total offense goes. Roncalli at 172 and McCook at 155.
Lions on third and long. Wants to throw. Setting up the screen pass. The catch is made. Lease bouncing off one man down the sideline. He's got the first down to the Roncalli 38-yard line. Brendan Lease with that great speed, and he showed it there to burst ahead for the first.
Tried to break it all the way. There was pressure coming. Lions stumbles. That's a corner blitz coming from the left. We do have another flag, however.
And it's going to push McCook back.
Good tackle right there. Using that sideline and the headgear to keep the runner from advancing any further. Sometimes you see a guy coming to make a tackle and the head gets behind the runner and he just keeps on going. You just don't get a square hit.
See an eligible man downfield. So erase that screen pass, erase the first down, put the ball back at the 43-yard line of McCook. They've got a long way to go. 21 yards for a first. No, 17 yards for a first down. Third down and 17. Lions. He'll keep it, and down he'll go. Again, right in the backfield, Jake Rodakis. And also in there, I believe, is that Bowers again back in the backfield? It is. That kid is just playing his heart out tonight.
Then you wonder why he's breathing so heavy.
Gee, Christmas.
Just a warrior tonight is Matt Bowers. Like I said, taking a lot of hits on both sides of the football tonight as Trent Lyons now will drop back and punt. Let's take a quick look here. Trent Lyons has punted 4 times tonight for an average of 33 yards, a little bit below that 43 average he had all year.
Lions ready. Pressure comes in. A quick kick bouncing once, taken at the 27-yard line. And out of bounds goes Roy Len at the 34. And Roncalli with some work to do and 6:16 remaining in the fourth quarter. Tonight's coverage is supported in part by KICX, broadcasting McCook Bison sports all year round. Located at 96.1 FM. KICX supporting Southwest Nebraska high school athletics.
Eric, 6:16 left in the ball game now. You need a quick one.
You definitely do, and you have to get away from pounding the ball at this point and try to throw a ball. Maybe use a trick play it here.
Bowers on the roll. Fires it out. Catch is made. Hansen got some extra yardage after contact. And a first down into McCook territory. A good start for the Roncalli offense.
What a good throw. What a pressure-packed throw right here by Bowers. This is a guy that has expended about all he can expend as far as energy goes. Right into the breadbasket of Brian Hansen, leading receiver on this team. Trying to get out of bounds. Stop the clock. They move the chains and fire it back up.
Under 6 minutes remaining, fourth quarter. If Roncalli's going to score, they need to do it quick. Bowers on the roll. Deep down the sideline, has a man out there, and it's incomplete. Mike Burley had a step on his man. Rico Cazada on the coverage, and Burley had him beat.
Trent Lyons also coming over to help out from that safety spot.
Here takes a drop back and just looking to go. They're needing a big play at this point in the game and throws it up just a little bit underthrown. Maybe throw it to the outside over his shoulder. Had a chance at maybe scoring a touchdown on that play.
Bowers 5 for 17 tonight, 72 yards passing. 2nd and 10. Bowers on the roll again. Pressure from the outside. The pass tipped away. Nicely done by Anthony Purvis as he knocked that ball away before it could get to the intended receiver.
Boy, as a corner, that's the play you want to see because you've got a golden opportunity either to knock it down as he did, or better yet, obviously catch up to it, intercept it, and go. Of course, the McCook defense is looking for pass. They better be careful now that they don't just pop one up on a long run. We saw that earlier in the ball game. But pressure now on a 3rd and 10 play right here. They need to make something happen.
Bowers set. Roncalli needs a first. Fires it out. Catch is made at the 48-yard line. And Chandler still fighting for yardage down to the 43-yard line. That'll leave Roncalli 5 yards short of a first down and bring up an extremely critical 4th down play.
Well, it's 3rd down here, and you know that Nick Chandler, he catches this pass. He knows he needs to try to get that first down, looking for a big play, so he's not going to go down easy. Sheds 1 tackler, sheds 2, and here moves the pile. 3 guys, 4 guys come on in to take him down.
Kevin, I don't have Chandler down for a reception this year, do you?
No, I don't either.
That's his first catch.
Good time for it. His second would work here too. 4th and 4. Intercepted. Passes picked off by Alan Shires, and he's off to the races. And it tripped up by Chandler down at the 27-yard line, but the Bison stymie the Roncalli threat again. Another interception.
Jeff Gross told us Alan Shires really had stepped up his play as far as his inside linebacker goes. And again, McCook looking for the pass, and there's Shires right there. That's his first pick of the year. He's a great receiver. He had 14 receptions coming into the game tonight. He receives another one from the opposite quarterback and gives his team a great chance here, not only to score, but to really put some ice on the ball game.
And what that was, that's being well coached right there and knowing where you're supposed to be on the field.
You're right.
The quarterback drops back, you're right in the throwing lane and doing a great job of just watching that ball in because he knew that he had a lot of green in front of him to run once he caught it.
Out of the wishbone on 1st down and 10. Going right up the middle of the field. Looking for some running room. There is some there. Good gain on the play for McCook's Alex Beam.
To watch the Roncalli tacklers now, you basically need to set up the ball carrier, try to get somebody to hit him in the right way, and then the 2nd and 3rd guys come in and try to rip it loose. Because they need a turnover right here.
Roncalli's guys are exhausted. They're down on one knee right before the snap every time. 2nd and 5 from the 22. Bador pounding away at that middle. Picks up 3 more yards. 3rd and 2 now for McCook, and it has been a long night for the young men on the Roncalli side of the defense. And hands on hips, standing around and trying to catch their wind, and they're having a hard time doing it.
Well, as we said earlier, Kevin, this offensive line is big. As far as high school lines go, it's a big line as they set it up.
3rd and 2 from the 19. Taking as much time as they can. The give to Lease, and Lease over the right side should have the first down at the 16-yard line of Roncalli. A new set of downs and another opportunity for the defending state champs to creep that much closer to a state title.
That McCook line as a first down is certainly obtained there. The McCook line, Trevor Borg at the left tackle at 225, Richard Smock at the guard at 235, Carl Shattuck at the center 220, Kip Bradley at the right guard at 220, and then Talon Darling at the right tackle at 270, and that's where they've gone the last 2 times over there behind Darling.
1st down and 10 from the 16. Lions just straight ahead on the quarterback sneak down near the 13-yard line, following those blockers and just carrying for 3 yards and getting that clock moving again.
Big boys up front for McCook, just doing their job right now and knowing that there's 3 minutes left in this game and trying to wear down the defense, and they've been doing a great job of that so far.
Well, I think they have worn down that Roncalli defense, Eric. Those guys are on knees and hands on hips. That's a worn-out group. 2nd and 7 from the 13. Lease right up the middle, and the yardage that wasn't there up the middle earlier is now there for this McCook running attack.
Yeah, they're getting 4, 5, 6 yards a pop here with these power plays, and that's really what it is. Just
when that explosiveness isn't there anymore on defense, it really shows, because if you look at it and why they're gaining 4 or 5 yards a pop is because the offensive linemen are already 4 or 5 yards down the field. The defense is on their heels.
3rd down and a yard. Again in the bone. 2:17 to play. Lions to Lease. Sheds 1 tackle, sheds 2, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. What a run from Brendan Lease for the score.
He's a guy known for his speed more than anything, but Brendan Lee showed a lot of power on that last play. Taking it over the short side.
And that one should put the icing on the cake.
Talking about speed and explosiveness, Lee's showing why he just getting in the end zone, bull rushing over, and kind of putting the seal on the deal here for the game.
McCook with a 20-0 lead with 2:09 to play. And turnovers a big part of the story tonight, and the defense of the McCook Bison. Lions' extra point attempt is good. And the Bison on their way to a second straight state championship, and let's watch the touchdown run from Brendan Lease again.
See, they're lined up short side that time, and it's where he went. This is just pretty much all his own doing right there as Lease takes it in. He picked up over 1,600 yards this year, as you see more of the blocking. A good block right there by Alan Shires. And Lease not to be denied on the play.
6 plays, 27 yards on the drive. More importantly, they ate up 2 minutes and 45 seconds off the clock and capped it with the 8-yard touchdown run from Brendan Lease.
See if Roncalli now will come up with a little bit of misdirection, razzle-dazzle, whatever you may call it, on the kickoff.
Well, if you'd like to pick yourself up a copy of this game or any of the games of this 2003 Nebraska State High School Football Championship, we've made it very easy for you. You log on to the internet. It's mynptv.org, or you can do it on the phone at 1-800-228-4630. If you're a fan of high school football in Nebraska, or if you're a specific fan of a team that has participated in these state championships, no better way to keep a memento, a keepsake of your team and your favorite championship game than a tape or DVD from Nebraska ETV. And NETV certainly is Nebraska's home for sports. And while McCook gets ready to kick off, I want to echo again, we mentioned this earlier, but our crew over the past 4 days, really, they set up on Wednesday here at Memorial Stadium, and our crew has spent the last 2 days in some biting cold conditions outside, and they are the best around, the best in the business, and we're very fortunate to work with these folks. They do a tremendous job bringing you the pictures and the sounds that you are enjoying all weekend long, and I just want to thank them for their hard work this weekend, because believe me, without them, isn't anything happening around here. Up the middle, good return for Roncalli out near the 27-yard line. 21-0 the score here with 2:03 remaining in this fourth quarter, and celebrations beginning on the sidelines as the McCook Bison are closing in on another state championship.
Well, they had a powerhouse last year, as I said at the top of the show. It was a football team that really was the extreme class of Class B. And Kevin, we talked about this before. I think they could have beaten a lot of Class A teams last year, as good as they were. They could have competed very well at the upper levels of Class A.
Bowers on the throw, first down pass. The pass knocked away. It was out of bounds anyway. And Bowers hit again. Every time tonight it seems that he's gone back to throw, he has been hit, and that at this point in the game has to take a toll on him.
And
Eric,
McCook's coach,
yeah,
I have. And McCook's coach, Jeff Gross, talked about before the game, they have to play solid defense, and if a shutout isn't solid defense, I don't know what is.
Well, this is, and they've done it by pounding away on them.
Let me tell you, as a defender, when you see the big 0 on the board, as it winds down, your heart starts pumping a little bit quicker. You want to preserve that shutout. Of course, Roncalli's doing everything they can to break that shutout. Here's a pretty good run looking upfield.
Craig Thomas with a great carry up to the 48-yard line. 21 yards for Craig Thomas and a first down for Roncalli with 1:47 to play.
But this story began last year. 15 starters absent from the field for McCook this year. They had a couple of great players, Craig Detroit and Stuart Frazier, all-state players, went on to play college football. And they lost a number of 8 players actually from that team, guys, went on to play college football. And so Jeff Gross and his staff had their work cut out for them. And they did cut the work.
Bowers on the run, incomplete, intended for Roy Lynn. And again, Bowers gets hit at the end of the play. Tackle there, the hit there by Jeff Leister. And Bowers, he's played defensive end. He punts, he plays quarterback. he is going to, hopefully tomorrow, just spend all day in a hot tub.
Well, he's giving everything.
He'll be one big bruise.
Yeah, he will. He's giving
Eric,
everything he can.
Do you remember your worst game as far as being hit? Game or two?
3 or 4 or 5.
Missouri had to be one of them.
Yeah, Missouri was one of them, and I remember Texas, the Big 12 championship game in San Antonio on the turf there. They laid that out on the concrete, so you do take a few hits, and by golly, you feel it in the morning.
That may have been the most brutal game I've ever seen.
It was a brutal one.
Oh, my.
Got a final in the Kansas State and Missouri score. It'll be Kansas State in the Big 12 championship. K-State wins it tonight 24-14 over the Missouri Tigers. So Kansas State and Oklahoma will match up in the Big 12 title game. And the way Oklahoma looked today against Texas Tech, shutting down for most of the game, the high-powered offense at Texas Tech, going to be hard to find anybody that's going to beat Oklahoma this year.
They are a cut or maybe 2 or 3 above everybody this year.
3rd down and 10 from the 48. Bowers under pressure. Bowers in trouble, just throws the ball out there. Ball loose on the field, trickles to the sideline, and it'll stay in play, and it'll belong to Roncalli.
Bowers wrapped up on the play, just trying to make something happen here, create something to get his team downfield, get him on the board quick.
You have to commend him for that. He's trying to make plays here, and the linemen, they're worn down, they're tired, and he thought he was going to have a running back out there maybe to pitch it to, and no one in sight.
Still competing, though, even though odds are totally against. Still competing. You love to see that. There he is.
4th down and 15 from the 43. Last gasp time for Roncalli. And Bowers played a heck of a football game tonight. He has just given it everything he's had and more. Bowers to throw. Here comes pressure again. Bowers on the run. He trips and down he goes at the midfield stripe. And that will do it. McCook will run out the clock with 22 seconds to play. The McCook Bison closing in on a 2nd consecutive state championship and a perfect 13-0 year for the 2nd straight year. And downstairs to Larry Putney we go.
From the Jeff Gross, if it ain't broke, don't fix it file. He said, guys, it worked last year, so we're doing exactly the same thing this year. They got up this morning, drove halfway, stopped in Doane, ate a little dinner, watched the C1 championship game earlier today, came in, and he said, we're going to keep doing that every time we come down here. Results like this, you understand why.
Jeff is about to get some Gatorade dumped on him as well. 25 degrees outside, and Jeff Gross, Coach, I feel for you. You're about to get wet. And not from the rain and snow. Fortunate that the weather held off for the most part for this game, and Jeff Gross, look at him, unaware.
Yeah, there's a big old can of it right there just waiting. Tyler Hayes is over there in front of it. He's just right behind 71 right there. That's Tyler Hayes. There you see it right behind him there.
And leaving is Trent Lyons. And what has he meant to this McCook program? A 4-year starter at punter and kicker, a 3-year starter at free safety. Added the quarterback spot to it this year, and he leaves to a standing ovation. And in to take the final snap is Anthony Purvis. Maybe his job next year to bring his team back. And there is Jeff Gross. The Gatorade is all over him, and he couldn't care less. Champions for the 2nd straight year in Class B, the McCook Bison. 13-0 and 26-0 in the last 2 years, and a dynasty is beginning in southwestern Nebraska.
Jeff Gross answered the loss of his players, and you heard it from Larry Putney in the opening of the show. He talked about the loss of the players, 15 starters gone from last year. I told you about the guys going to college, but Jeff's response to that, tradition doesn't graduate, and he has established that tradition at McCook High School.
And Eric, they've done it with defense this year, and tonight a shutout in the championship game. They played better defense than anybody has seen this year from the Roncalli side, and they shut them down.
They sure did, and when you hear championship games, you always think defense, and I think defense won it for them today on the field. And I was on the losing side in a playoff game in high school, and Roncalli's probably feeling the slump of that, but you got to just leave it all on the field right now, and you rebound, and you come back next year with what you've got, and you try to get yourself back in this position.
Well, no question, Roncalli left it all on the field tonight, but it was McCook's night to shine. The Bison, your champions of Class B, 21-0 the final.
Bryan LGH West is bringing advanced neuroscience technology to Nebraska, offering the state's first gamma knife radiosurgery to non-invasively treat brain tumors and severe facial pain, and working with Nebraska's only physician specially trained in coiling for brain aneurysms. Just 2 examples of our commitment to neuroscience care for Nebraskans and our neighbors. Bryan LGH, the first name in healthcare.
Programming on NETV is provided in part by Education Quest Foundation. For over 15 years, Education Quest has offered free college planning services. These services include scholarship searches, student loan information, college selection, and help with completing financial aid application. Education Quest is located in Kearney, Lincoln, and Omaha. Appointments are available at 800-666-3721.
Nebraska. You live and play here. You raise your family here. So do we. ACE, community-owned, community-operated. Your hometown choice for natural gas.
Skinwalkers. Sunday night at 8 Central Time on NETV. From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, this is NETV and NETV Digital Television.
NETV sports coverage of the 2003 Nebraska State High School Football Championships is brought to you in part by Bryan LGH Medical Center, the first name in healthcare. By the Nebraska Beef Council, brought to you by Nebraska's beef producers. Beef, it's what's for dinner. By the Public Alliance for Community Energy, locally owned and operated, your hometown choice for natural gas. And by NPPD, always there when you need us. 21-0 McCook for the second straight year, the champions of Class B. And for the awards presentation, let's bring in our public address announcer, Rich Broderson.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Nebraska School Activities Association is happy to have medals and trophies for both of these outstanding teams. The award presentations will be made by NSAA Board of Control member Dr. Brian Maher from Centennial and U.S. Bank Representative Tim Franzen. Here are the awards for Class B runner-up Omaha Roncalli Catholic High School. Will head coach Mike Behrens and your assistants please come to the sideline stage to present the silver medals to the members of your team. Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 2, Jeff Feldhaus. Number 3, Cole Baldwin. Number 4, Matt Bowers. Number 5, Brian Hanson. Number 6, Nick Hanaszewski. Number 12, Roy Lynn. Number 15, Mike Burley. Number 16, Ken Gilreath. Number 17, Seth Butler. Number 22, Craig Thomas. Number 31, Kyle Minturn. Number 32, Jason Huck. Number 34, Brian Walsh. Number 37, Nick Chandler. Number 44, Caleb Kuala. Number 47, Sean Mulcahy. Number 52, Nate Weathers. Number 53, Zach Penrod. Number 54, Paul Rowe. Number 57, Brad Dorner. Number 60, Kyle O'Neill. Number 61, Chris Langer. Number 64, Jake Slate. Number 65, Drew Ram. Number 67, Joe O'Neill. Number 68, John Rogakus. Number 72, Julian Jackson. Number 73, Alex Paris. Number 74, Dorico Hebron. Number 75, Eamon Horton. Number 76, Jake Radicus. Number 77, Matt Geilenkirchen. Number 78, Ryan Becker. Number 86, Ryan Schumann. Number 87, Philip Morrissey. And number 90, Nate Mosbach. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here is the 2003 Class B runner-up trophy. Congratulations, Omaha Roncalli Catholic High School.
Well, congratulations to Roncalli Catholic. You can tell by the looks on their faces that the runner-up trophy is not what they came here for, but in a few days, a few weeks, perhaps a few months, the accomplishments of this season will start to sink in for Omaha Roncalli, and they'll be extremely proud of what they accomplished this year.
Kevin, that's absolutely right. We've seen teams before that have come in second place. They've had a great season, no doubt about that, come in second place, but then the very next week or a couple of weeks later, they rededicate themselves to football and to their season that's coming up, and they're very successful in doing that. And Eric, if you're a competitor, that's what you're going to do.
Well, I think each and every one of these guys on the field is a competitor. I think if you look at their season 12-1, you have to be satisfied with that. Obviously, they didn't get what they came here for, but 12-1 is a great season.
No question about it. And now for the champions from McCook, back to Rich Broderson to introduce you to the Class B title winners.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, to the champions from McCook High School. First, head coach Jeff Gross, we have a special award for you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Now, coach, would you and your assistants hand out the gold medals to the members of your championship team? Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 1, Zach Volkwartson. Number 2, Matt Beckenauer. Number 3, Jeff Klug. Number 4, Mitch Hazlitt. Number 5, Tony Purvis. Number 6, Derek Rupert. Number 7, Joel Arterburn. Number 8, Alan Shires. Number 9, Micah Kamla. Number 10, Drew Wilson. Number 11, Darren Berry. Number 12, Rico Quezada. Number 15, Ryan Bador. Number 19, Paul Kenny. Number 20, Brandon Park. Number 21, Trent Lyons. Number 22, Adam Haig. Number 23, David McCorkle. Number 24, Cade Lines. Number 25, Brandon Kochwar. Number 30, Mason Pohl. Number 31, Ryan Winder. Number 32, Alex Beam. Number 33, Jared Muhlenkamp. Number 34, Kyle Bador. Number 35, Josh Cherry. Number 40, Brooke Snyder. Number 42, Mark Rogers. Number 43, Brad Ackerman. Number 44, Brandon Lease. Number 45, Craig Fritz. Number 48, Ross Jones. Number 50, Paul Farrell. Number 52, Derek Sailors. Number 53, Eric Ramsey. Number 54, John Evans. Number 55, Tony Aguilar. Number 56, Ryan Salfeld. Number 57, Nate Berry. Number 58, Kip Bradley. Number 59, Carson Roebuck. Number 60, Brock Hubert. Number 61, Austin Berenberg. Number 62, Carl Shattuck. Number 63, Jeff Lister. Number 64, Chase Doolin. Number 65, Trevor Borg. Number 66, Ken Daub. Number 68, Richard Smock. Number 70, Tyler Thiessen. Number 71, Tyler Hayes. Number 72, Jed Bassett. Number 73, Jason Bassett. Number 74, Nick Schilling. Number 75, Logan Pauly. Number 76, Sam Siss. Number 77, Talon Darling. Number 80, John Bryant. Number 81, Ted Chancellor. Number 82, Dan Fanda. Number 83, Brian Botsford. Number 84, Sean Campbell. Number 85, Kyle Lambert. Number 86, Zach Coburn. Number 87, Jeremy Young. Number 88, Alex Hanchera. And number 89, Wade Worley. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for these outstanding athletes and their school, here is the 2003 Class B State Football Championship Trophy. Congratulations, McCook High School.
The champions of Class B, the McCook Bison, celebrate their second straight undefeated season and their second straight state championship. A dynasty is born in Southwest Nebraska.
No question about it, Kevin. Jeff Gross and his staff really have established a tradition there at that school. And as he said earlier on, you know, tradition doesn't graduate, and he just continues to come forth with excellent football players, excellent young men, and I'm sure they're all going to be a success whatever they do because they've had a great leader to prepare them for a lot of life's necessities and some of the trouble maybe down the road. But what a great job he has done along with his staff. For those guys to be commended.
Let's go downstairs. Larry Putney is standing by with Jeff Gross.
Well, first of all, congratulations. I'm going to take you back to this past summer when we talked, and you said, I think 8 wins would be a pretty good season.
I did think that. You know, we had 7 or 8 kids coming back that had played a lot, really 5 kids that had started, and we hoped that we could put something together and put a good product on the field and get ourselves in the playoffs. I really thought 6-3, 7-2, but they just kept getting better every single week, and they just started believing in themselves, and that experience from last year really passed on to these guys, and they believed in themselves all year.
What a huge turning point right before half.
No, it was. You know, we wanted to just try to put ourselves in field goal range, or, you know, take a shot, get out of bounds, get a little closer, and, you know, Brooks Snyder catches the ball, and with heart and guts just finds a way to get in the end zone. Just unbelievable.
I don't want to put you on the spot here, but I think you said we thought next year would be our year.
Well, we've been here. I told them, I said, we've been here before and we expect to come back again. Now, hopefully, I don't mean that'll necessarily be next year, but program's in good shape. We played a lot of young kids, but we're going to awfully miss some of these guys that just graduated, just like the kids that graduated last year. So
tradition never graduates.
Tradition never graduates. That's it. Hangs big in our locker room.
This guy next to us certainly will graduate. What a great game he packs in such a little body.
Thanks.
At what point did you realize that things were starting to turn for you and you were kind of dominating up there?
After our first score, once we started moving the ball a little bit, and then right after that fake field goal to end the half, I knew we were in.
Talk about your play defensively, because that's as impressive as, you know, what everybody sees from an offensive standpoint. I mean, you anticipate so well and tackle so well.
Yeah, I started the year, or my sophomore year, as a free safety, and it's second nature by now. You know, I read a lot of the linemen, and they tell me where the ball goes. So it's easy once you pick up little things.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
State champs for the second year in a row. McCook, back to you guys.
May see Trent someday at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln. I know he has given some thought to walking on at punter for Nebraska. Now, he's getting a lot of interest from Division I AA schools and Division II schools, but, you know, he's one of those guys that looks at what you see at Nebraska from the punting situation, walk-ons that make it big. And I know he's one of those guys that's at least mulling over. Maybe I walk on and try it. We may see him here soon.
Well, it'd be a big plus if that'll happen, Kevin. He really put a good foot into the football tonight, averaged 43 on the year, and he can kick the ball very, very well. And it could be great to see that young man here.
Yeah, well, even if you're not using him as a punter or a kicker, he's all over the field. He's done a lot of great things, and he ought to be pretty proud of himself and his team tonight.
Well, Eric, we're pretty excited to have you with us throughout the weekend. We've enjoyed it. Sure appreciate you being with us and joining us throughout the coverage.
It's been a great experience.
You're welcome back anytime.
Well, thank you very much.
Good job, Eric. Good to see you. Good to work with you, and good luck.
Thank you.
You bet.
Well, Adrian, we've done it again. We've gone through 6 championship games. We have crowned 6 champions. Another great weekend of championship football at Memorial Stadium.
I love high school football. It's good to see the future on the field, Kevin, and everybody to be committed. Win or loss, commended everybody playing in this state final.
6 champions crowned, and once again our final score tonight, 21-0. McCook defeats Omaha Roncalli. And now for Adrian Fiala, Eric Crouch, Larry Putney, and the entire NETV Sports Production crew, great job, guys. I'm Kevin Kugler. Goodbye from Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska.